only for girls. Girls only. Boys can't have those.
Welcome back. All right, guys, we're here for Access Vegas, another round. This has been so great. These last couple episodes have been terrific, going all the way back to the election.
How many girls we have in the studio?
Yeah, so we made unfortunately we've made the show very fun, and people want to come on the show now. So we're gonna go ahead and introduce our guests. We have an exciting week, as you guys know. AVN is coming up next week, so you think it brings a bunch of girls to the city? It just brings a bunch of creepy dudes to the city, unfortunately. Yes. So we're gonna make this. We're gonna make this happen.
I'm gonna bring the show to them with Domo on Thursday next week. So,
beautiful. Yes. All right. Well, coming back to us for a second time. She was here last time. She is from Detroit. She is a real estate agent. She is my oldest friend, meaning my longest duration friend in Las Vegas. It is Nicole Merriman. How you doing, Nicole?
Hey.
Congratulations on turning 25. Congratulations. That's incredible. All right. She's from New York City. She sells health insurance, and she lives here in Vegas. It is Christy. Christy coming back once again.
Hey, guys.
Beautiful. Awesome. For the first time, she's coming to visit us. She's from Las Vegas. She's a massage therapist and model. It is Joranda. How you doing, Joranda? Welcome. Awesome. Very nice. And he is from Detroit. He's a rapper and a content creator. Welcome, Trey Little. How you doing, Trey?
Second time
coming on here.
Yeah, man, I love this. Let's get
Incredible. She is from Washington. She's a cocktail server. She can also teach you how to play video games on Twitch. She's your future ex-girlfriend, and you can see her all over OF or wherever with Tao Groups. Shout out to Anissa. Welcome, Anissa.
Howdy.
Incredible. And she's from Los Angeles. She's also a cocktail server. Welcome back to the show again. It is Miss Steffi Joseph. How you doing, Steffi?
Great.
Thank you.
Nice. All right. She is from Atlanta. She's a stay-at-home mom, a fitness model, and she has a hair care company with her husband. It is Sydney. Welcome back, Sydney.
Hello.
All right, and she's from California. She's another stay-at-home mom. Welcome back, Eden. Eden was our resident liberal during the election special. Thanks, great to have Eden here.
What a great episode.
She's from Iowa. She's a podcast host. It is Monica Like-Lewinsky. How you doing, Monica?
I'm doing amazing.
Welcome. And another girl who's Monica Like-Lewinsky. She's from Montreal, and we have broken a record, ladies and gentlemen. You have never seen this on whatever podcast. You have never seen this on Fresh and Fit. She is 8 months pregnant. My good friend, Sonia Mallory.
Show the bump.
Show the bump.
First woman pregnant.
She is 8 months pregnant. Very likely to break water during the show.
Yes.
No one has ever done this.
Proof
Incredible.
of concept, men of action.
Sonia Mallory. She's not an OnlyFans content creator. She is OnlyFans. Welcome, Sonia Mallory. And she's from New York. She is a bartender, and she's a women's health coach. Please welcome for the first time, Lee. Lee, welcome to the show. Awesome. Nice. All right. We have a ton of, for those of you who are new to the show, we have a ton of videos that we're going to react to. We're going to, laugh. And then usually we just switch the topic based on whatever. And ladies, if you have something you want to bring up, that's fine as well. Just make sure you guys don't interrupt each other. Coming up in the future, I don't know if you're aware, but half of Los Angeles burned down. So all the plans that we had there have been kind of postponed. I don't know if any of you guys have been to LA or seen what's going on. I was actually planning on going last weekend, and all that happened. And then also, next week is AVN, like we said before. So that means a bunch of creepy dudes are coming to the city, and like 400 girls and 40,000 dudes. And we're really excited. Really excited for that. The pool tryouts are over. I did not get a call back. But all of a sudden, Ozempic and Anavar are free to buy back in the city once again. So
back in circulation.
Back in circulation one more time. And for those of you who are going to the Super Bowl in New Orleans, I'm going to be hosting the Babes in Toyland or Babes and Ballers charity event. It's going to be on the 6th, Thursday the 6th in New Orleans. And then I believe on the 7th or the 8th, I'm going to be at the Maxim party if you guys are going to be
and that's the
New
Super
Orleans
Bowl.
for that. That is going to be for the Super Bowl. Can we even say Super Bowl? Yeah, I think
we can.
Okay, awesome. Do you have anything coming up?
No, I don't have anything. Well, I guess I am going to be at the AVN. I'm going to be walking around the expo with my good friend Domo, and Alina said she wanted to join us as well. So we're going to have a Access Vegas posse that's going to be going around the expo and doing on the floor interviews. So if you see me there, just say hello. Also, I will be at the LVO tomorrow, which is the Las Vegas Open, which is a gaming convention right over here at the Rio. So you guys can see me over there. And then what else do we have going on? What's the next one after this? We're not doing one Thursday. We're doing it on the 30th.
Next one on the 30th.
30th. Okay.
The 30th. Yeah, trying to get girls to come on the show.
I want to make sure that we say that in the beginning so people know.
Yeah, trying to get girls to come on the show during AVN is not
impossible.
Is impossible.
Yes,
because if they're here for AVN, it's a
Yeah.
Thursday night. They're making money doing something. If you know what I'm saying, they're making money doing something. They're not coming on my show. That's what, we've tried this for years, and we're not doing it anymore. Yeah. All right. So, do you want to get to some of these?
Yeah.
I want to do
first.
this. Just do the gender reveal
first.
Hey guys,
okay.
You know what you've seen? Have you guys Have you seen them? Have you done a gender reveal before?
You haven't seen it?
No. What did you do for
got
gender
like
reveal?
40 million views.
You got 40 million views for your gender
I
reveal?
popped the balloon with a cigarette.
Okay.
And people, I mean, I had like beer cans in my hair. It was at Halloween. It was obviously like a costume, but people don't think.
Where did you get 40 million views on which place? Where did you get 40 million views on Instagram?
Facebook.
Okay.
30 million on Facebook, 10 million on Instagram.
That's incredible.
And I don't know.
Wow.
What
That's amazing. All right, well, we're going to show some gender reveals and see if this is what your gender reveal looks like.
Yeah. Before we do, boy or girl?
Boy.
Ah, there we go. All right.
This is what poor people do. Look at this. Watch. They flush the toilet. Oh, wait. Let's see. It's blue. It's a boy. It's a boy. That's incredible. Congratulations to those people. That's how you do gender reveal. Hold on. We have another gender reveal.
I got another one. There's a second. Yeah, there's a second one. Hang on.
Hold on a second. Let's see if we can see the second one right here.
For relatable gender reveal. For ours, we've already decided we are going to rent out Versailles, burn it down, and the embers will be the color of our baby's gender. But this is cute. This is cute too. This is for like baby number 2. If you want to go a little more understated,
All right, we'll
I
come
think.
back
We're
to
going to troubleshoot this. We're going to troubleshoot this
Eco-friendly.
and see if we can figure it out. But yeah, we're not getting any audio coming out of there. So anyway, guys, going back to this, did you guys have a gender reveal?
I've had babies. They're stepkids.
They're stepkids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I chose not to find out the gender till
Okay.
my son was born, but I had like a maternal instinct. Like I told everyone the whole time it's a boy. I picked out all blue. Like I was so confident. I was like painting the room blue.
And you like slept on your left side and all that stuff?
No, I actually had a lot of signs of a girl.
Good. Okay. Nice. Very, very cool. Very cool. Anybody else had anything like this? No? Nobody else had?
No, I thought that that toilet gender reveal was really creative. I'm just glad it's the only thing they flushed.
Oh, God.
Ba-dum.
Da-da.
All right, cool. Any chance we got this going? No? Give me a second. Okay, got it. All right, cool.
Might be to read
Sounds
that.
good.
Oh, wait. Wrap. No.
You can feel drunk through me.
How about now? Are
Hey
we
guys,
good
can you hear me now?
We good now? 1, 2.
He said men of audio. Okay, we got it.
Okay, I
Okay,
think
beautiful.
we're back.
Now,
All right, now we're
can we
back.
test the
Okay.
can we test the sound on the video?
I'm not going to kill the environment, telling everyone if we're
Okay,
having
so
a boy
can
or
we
a
go
girl.
back to the beginning? Incredible. All right, awesome. That's pretty funny. Do you have the next one over here?
I do.
Let's do the next video. Okay, nice. Beautiful. Anyway, so guys, thank you for
Okay.
bearing with us
All right.
here.
Here's your reward for waiting for this one. It's Chris GQ Perry.
There we go.
Men are not rehabilitation centers for badly raised men. It's not a woman's job to fix a man and make him the partner she needs him to be in the relationship. A lot of these men aren't looking for a soulmate. They are looking for help. They see a woman as an opportunity to get them where they want to be, and once they get there, they forget all that she's done for them. And now here she is at her lowest because she allowed him to drain her of all that she has. A good woman wants a partner, not a project. There's nothing wrong with wanting a man that's already put together so that y'all can build together.
Okay, anybody have any thoughts about that? Huh?
This guy you hate that you're talking about, Lil B.
No idea what you're talking about. Go ahead. What do you think about the?
Yeah?
What do you think, Anissa? What do you think about that? The clip.
Talking to the mic. Talking to the mic.
I guess some men could want that. I don't think all men, you know.
That's interesting. That's a
I
very
don't think all men.
progressive.
I think there are some good men.
Do you
but
think so?
sure, I think just how there's some bad ones.
What do you think? What do you think, Steph?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I think that, I mean, I've been in relationships where, like, I had to be the one taking care of the guy.
Sure.
And that was awful. So,
Sure.
I mean, yeah.
What do you think, Trey?
I think like if you a man that's a hustler and you got a vision, then a woman want to see that and be a part of it. And then like it's ticking though. Like if you don't accomplish shit and get no money, then it's over. But I think if you look good, you confident, and you got a purpose, then she gonna want to be a part of that, and you got to accomplish something though. So, because I see a lot of guys in where I'm from in Detroit that ain't really doing shit, but they hustle a little bit and then they get all they get
What he's saying though is these women aren't rehabilitation centers for men, right? Joranda, what do you think?
Well, I once heard that men don't love you for doing; they love you for being.
Interesting.
Because masculine energy does.
Yeah.
and feminine energy
Sure.
exists. So I think that's really important for women to remember that, to not do for
Got
men, because that makes him value himself. Not
Got
you.
it. Yeah.
Men must become. Women
Yeah.
just are.
Nicole, Krista?
I mean, we don't want to take care of a man. They're not
Interesting.
our
You don't want to take
children.
care of a man. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Interesting. Interesting. What do you think, Nicole?
I have to agree with, I'm sorry. I have to agree with him
Yeah.
about Detroit, especially where I was raised.
Yeah.
We were raised to take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
And to take care of everybody else
Interesting.
around him. I think it's
but
around
I
us.
think the specifics of that message is that men are looking for women to fix them.
But that's where boundaries come in.
Got
that's
it.
where you have to learn boundaries
Got
around
it.
that.
Got it. Cool.
That's-
Lee, go ahead.
Sorry, that's
Sydney?
men not having dads.
Men not having dads. Is that what you think it is?
Yeah.
Men looking for women to fix them. Is that what you think? Yeah.
100%.
Got it. Okay. Go ahead.
No, I agree 1,000%. I have like a personal rule.
Yeah.
I won't date men unless they're in a position to get their dream girl.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
I think when men are
in a
on-
position to get there. Yeah.
I think when men are on the come up, when they're still establishing, they're just looking for placeholders.
Yeah.
I think it's a waste of time. Until he's had access to his dream girls and knows how to get her, you're not her.
Got it.
And you're
Okay.
especially not her if you're paying bills.
Monica?
That video low-key kind of triggered me because that was my ex. Like, I took care of him, like, paid the bills and everything. Like, fuck him, bro.
Interesting.
He's like an uncooked spaghetti noodle.
Got it.
compared
Okay.
to me.
Can I ask you like why you did that?
Don't ask me that.
Why did you do that?
So I'm really
I
into
think Rolo's
people-
getting to the point here.
Yes,
Go ahead.
okay, okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm really into guys who are like into
Fit
like
and 12-inch dicks. Yes, got it.
No. But guys like who have big aspirations. So like he like doing sound engineering, worked at a studio in Arizona. So I want to pursue that and help support. But then like when he like stopped doing that and just was playing on his fucking PS5 that I bought.
Shout out to the PS5.
I should have stole that shit.
Strengthening
when I moved
relationships
out
all
here.
over the world.
You made me buy that
I
one.
bought him, and then you want to say I ruined his birthday? Like, come on.
You didn't let him
Come
play. Didn't let him
on.
play Madden and watch porn. Screwed
No,
up his
it
birthday.
was Call of Duty, and I did
Yes.
learn a little Call of Duty.
Good. Nice.
It's fun.
Sonia, what do you think about this?
Well, I agree with you and you actually, but I am also a mom, so I love to take care of people. But I don't want to fix someone.
Yes.
Like, I don't want someone with that much problem because anyway, even if you're perfect, I'm going to find something wrong with you and try to fix it. So
Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, no, I agree with everyone, honestly, but I think that it depends on what you're doing.
Closer, way closer.
What you're doing more so than what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like, everybody gets into rough patches in their life, and, like, everybody gets behind. But if you're not doing anything about it, and how you handle problems and you handle fuck-ups, that, to me, tells me, like, all right, you're going to sit there and play the PS5 somebody else bought you.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get the fuck up and fix it.
Sure, interesting.
So it just kind of depends. But
Rollo, before I explode here, what are you going to say?
I want to ask the girls a question here. If you're with a man for a while, and let's just say he gets in the habit of, or maybe a habit, but just every once in a while he takes a nap at like 2 in the afternoon. Does that bug you to see him laying on the couch sleeping?
No.
Does that bug you?
That's an ick.
Sonia, what do you want to say?
That's an ick.
So she said it's
That's
an
an
Chris
ick.
said it's an X. Sonia, what do you think?
I mean, I'm married, you know,
Yeah.
like I have a
yeah.
husband. And he used to sleep until like 4 p.m.
Oh, no.
Oh, he wakes up at 8 a.m. now and he works.
Yeah.
Because I cannot tolerate that. If someone does that, because I'm a really hard worker person.
Yes, for sure.
So it's like, you don't have to work as much as me because obviously, like, maybe I work too much, but
Yeah.
I don't like lazy people. And if someone will do it, like my husband will start that, like, oh my God.
Okay. Anybody else?
Kill him.
Well, I think it depends.
What else is somebody doing in the day?
Yeah.
Like, what the
Interesting.
fuck else are they
Okay.
doing? Is 2 p.m. like, have
Okay.
they been working?
I got a follow up to this, but I
Do
want
they live in Europe?
to.
all
Do they
night.
live in
If
Europe
I
where they
wanna
have the
sleep until
siesta?
2, I'm
I don't
gonna
know.
do that.
No,
It's
boys. Can you imagine a boy laying on his couch with his blankie, just taking a nap at
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the
Oh.
afternoon?
There's no women.
What do you mean?
There's no women.
No.
Men should sleep outside on the ground.
In the rain.
Okay, ready? Okay,
Cold
ready?
and on their
Okay.
back.
It's funny to me because you guys missed like the most
crazy.
obvious point of this.
Yeah.
Men are not looking for someone to fix them. This is utter and complete pandering nonsense. This dude doesn't even believe the crap he says. He got 200,000 likes making a video about, well, I had to fix these men. First off, there's some women out here who have this proclivity to go after broken men. They're going after broken men. These men are not waking up. It's like, hey, let me see here real quick which woman can fucking fix me today. That is not what's going on. No man is doing that. But because we play Chris GQ Perry every week on here, and it's the same thing. He makes these videos where he's talking to men, but no men listen to him. He only makes them so that he can agree with women. So women are like, yeah, you tell them. It's not my fault that I picked the male stripper to marry. It's his fault for he needed to be fixed. And all these women are like, yeah, you go, Chris GQ Perry. This man is single-handedly the most dangerous person on the internet. He is single-handedly gaslighting women. Because here's the thing. Here's the problem.
Yeah, but what about all the bullshit that men tell women about what they want?
It's fine. No,
and they're
it's
like,
totally
I
fine.
want to
And
be
if
better for you. I want to do this. I
Lee,
want to do that.
If he was making a video about that, and that's what he was saying, it's fine. But that has two sides to it. He would never make a video like that.
There's more
He
than two
only
sides to it.
he only panders to women, and that's my point. Every week when I talk to my sales team or I talk to my employees or talk to my teammates, I'm like, whenever we're worried about what we're doing, just watch this moron, and you can remember this guy is gaslight. Here's the problem. Here's the main problem. Let's just say I went out there and I was like, you know what? I'm going to make a whole thing where I'm going to make a diet. I'm a fitness coach, and I make a diet for your astrology sign. And I start selling a product where I do diet for...
I would buy it.
Right, it would sell. Exactly. Thank you. You're proving my point. You're proving my point.
I'm creating this product for all of you.
Correct. Right. You're proving my point. But astrology is horse shit. None of it's real. So by doing that, by sitting there and encouraging your nonsensical, ridiculous ideas, I'm actually hurting you. That's the problem. No one is hurting women on the internet more than this idiot. No one.
I feel like that's a stretch.
I wouldn't have stayed for that whole video. I would not have stayed to watch that whole video though. I would have heard like 3 words and been like over it. He can't,
the reason why, but what he does.
Also.
The last week we did one, and he goes
barely read.
He goes, women's intuition. They can tell when their man's cheating on them by their drink. Hold on, stop. Hold on, Monica. Stop 1 second. Women's intuition. They can tell when men are cheating on them by their dreams. There is 56% divorce rate in this country. 80% of divorces are initiated by women. With lesbian couples, it's 78% divorce rate. Women are leaving men for no reason. And this moron is saying that you can catch your man by dreams? No, dude, this is the biggest gaslighter in the world right here.
Who
And
at this table has caught somebody cheating by a dream that they had?
you didn't catch that.
This is a huge topic.
Then they weren't cheating. Then either they weren't cheating because you catch someone cheating with logic, reason, and deduction.
Correct, but that comes out in your dream.
No, it doesn't.
It comes
Subconscious.
It does. That's not how.
dreams are based on your
into the delusions a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're
so.
feeding
But
into
you also have
delusion.
facts
You did
that
not
make
have a
you feel
dream
that
to
way.
discover someone
The
was cheating on
dream
you.
did not introduce the idea; it brought it to the surface and
No,
made you pay attention
the reason, accountability, and could you imagine? You know, we used to have a legal system in this country. Your Honor, he's a different. Hold on, listen. Your Honor, we had. Your Honor.
I'm pretty sure we
Your Honor,
still do.
this is how our legal system used to work. Hey, Your Honor, this person over here, they're a different skin color than me. So because of that, I'm sure I had a dream that they were guilty. I feel like they're guilty. Therefore, we must convict. No, we convict based on evidence, logic, reason, and accountability.
No
We
woman
use
has ever
deduction.
been like, "You're cheating because I had a dream about it." It comes up in
Literally
their
a
subconscious.
million
I'm
likes.
a woman, and I'm talking about other women.
A million likes on him saying this
That's
last
not
week.
that's not a million women agreeing with that.
That's more than a
If
million.
you
There's
have
more than a
dream
million women
and
who agree with that.
something, You're like, okay, well, this is obviously on my mind. It's obviously
And then
bothering
you
me.
look at the
So I have a
And
suspicion.
then hold
Let me look into
You
it.
can have an intuition and then use that to find logic, reason, and
what
accountability.
Chris said.
That's not what he
Yeah,
said.
that's
No,
it.
that's not what he said. He
But
said
that's what we're saying.
he said women. No, I'm pointing out this dude's a gaslighter. He's saying women just know because of a dream. Nobody knows shit because of a dream. You use reason, logic, and accountability
Did
to
he
figure
say
out.
women just know because of a dream?
Yes, bro.
And that's a man
Wait,
saying
can I see
that. Like,
Yes, and these videos get a million likes because he's gaslighting you.
They
He's
all have a
gas-
handful of brain cells between them. That's generous.
He's
That's a lot more
because
than I
he's
thought.
gaslighting you. That's the problem. And like the thing is, I'm just hoping that at some point you guys look and say, "Wait a second, this guy's just making content to like make women cheer him on, and no man is listening to this." Like if we lined up every man in the world who listened to this moron and say, "Hey, he fixed my life. When I listened to Chris G. Perry, I realized that I'm not a strong enough man," and like blah blah blah, all this other nonsense. I need to be more vulnerable to some woman I just met and tell her that I'm in love with her. Yeah, do that nonsense and see how that works for you. It doesn't work. This dude just
don't
gives
use
terrible
logic.
advice.
It's your
He's
with
Justin
an
Baldoni
apostrophe,
part 2.
Ari.
He's a guy just gives terrible advice.
Stepping into the vacuum.
That's not logic though.
Hey Mike, look, I want to say something before
ahead,
we
Trey.
play that. So when he said like guys look for a woman that can fix them, for me, like when I got divorced, I was messed up, right? You know, I was with a woman for 8 years, and when I got divorced, I was emotionally like, I'm not looking for nothing. I'm just trying to grind, get back on my feet.
Thank
That's
you.
when women wanted me the most, because I was like, I don't want nothing to
So
do
what
with
you're
you.
saying is
They were
you-
trying to
what
fix
you-
me.
yes.
I want to be the one that make you love again. And I was like,
Right. So
man,
what you're saying is you didn't wake up one morning and say, "I wish that some woman could rehabilitate me."
Not at all.
There is
Never.
no man in the world who woke up and
Never.
said that. And that was the first supposition of this idiot. No, dude. Nobody wakes up and says, "I wish there was some woman to fix me." Nobody does that. What
You're not getting
happens
no
is
women if
there
you
are
think
men.
that.
What happens is there are
Exactly.
men who like for whatever reason a woman's attracted to them, and then they see issues like, "Oh, I really could fix this. I could make him clean his apartment better, or I could get him to stop smoking." And in their mind, they start thinking like a mother, "I could fix these things." But no one asked you to do this. You did this of your own volition, and then blamed him for it, and then watched this idiot's comment. That's
I
my
get cussed
point.
out every day. I ain't gonna lie, Mike.
That's my point. It's like this type of pandering is the worst. And here's the thing: in the end, once we find out this dude's cheating on his fiance, I'm gonna make so many reaction videos. This dude is already. Oh my gosh! Like it's just the male feminist thing is so. I'm not saying there aren't some legit male feminists. I'm sure there's some guys out there with super low testosterone who feel that way. But for the most part, the male feminist thing is just a way for men to get closer to women to try to sleep with them. That is the only thing. It is male feminist. His male.
Possibly respect
happens.
women.
Huh?
That's not possible.
No. If you respect women, then you respect them. Feminism is not respecting women. I don't agree. I don't think that you
I
need to.
don't think feminism means what you think it means.
Well, then tell us what it means.
think it
We've
means
never
women
read on the
want
subject.
Here we go.
The equal rights.
Of course, and
to
that's
men.
right. But that's not
They don't want to
being
be
against.
disadvantaged
Hold on.
legally
Hold on. Being
by the government.
Right. That's
That
but
we
that,
can't
you
have
can
our
also
loans
not be for
or-
feminism and still be in favor of that.
You could, correct?
Right.
But you're trying to create this absolute definition of like this is what feminism is. This is what it isn't. So there can't
Well,
possibly
there's six
be a
different
man.
ways. There's 6 different waves of feminism.
Okay,
And then there's two.
But you're talking about all of them at once?
No, what I'm saying is
absolute statement?
what I'm saying specifically is the guys who are the male feminists, like Emmanuel. What's his name? Emmanuel Acho. The whole situation with Joy Taylor, where she's like, Joy Taylor has to deal with so much persecution and misogyny. Turns out he was sleeping with her the whole time and gave her the job because they were sleeping together. There's nothing more misogynistic than having a woman have sex with you in order to get the job. And Justin Baldoni sitting there, believe all women all the time, while at the same time he's sexually harassing Blake Lively. I'm telling you, male feminism,
Weaponizing male feminism.
Yeah, male
That's
feminists.
a good example to prove yourself right.
Right. What I'm saying is the majority of the time when you see a man who's like a huge, Blake Lively was the one who said that you talk about this, don't trust a male ally. What is a feminist ally? Yeah, it's one of these situations. It's like, it's just so crazy. Like they're just doing this in order to get closer to women. And they're just like, I'm just going to leave these white knight comments all the time on these things so that these women will sleep with me. And they're not going to sleep with you, dude. That's the only reason they're doing it.
No,
I'm not saying
I don't think it's just so I think it's so they could hurt them.
hurt the women.
Correct.
Keep going. I want to hear this. Go. Grab the microphone, please.
Somebody that's like sinister enough to be like, yes, I'm an ally. I'm a male feminist, and then turn around and hurt women.
Yeah.
That's
I
fucking
mean, like
evil.
physically hurt women.
Correct.
Or,
I mean, that,
or mentally.
I
think mentally. I think mentally.
Mentally, emotionally, physically. Like, honestly, if you're going to do that to a woman, like, I would not say that it's like that crazy that you're probably going to hurt them physically. Like, but Justin Baldoni, this is what I'm talking about specifically.
Yeah.
Is that if he's going to sit there and say, I'm an ally.
Yes.
I, believe all women. Just not when they're turned against me.
That's my point. By the way, because we're going to get a bunch of comments in.
That's fucking evil.
You're absolutely right.
That's like sinister.
We're going to get a bunch of comments in here. Rollo and I don't know if Justin Baldoni is guilty or innocent. We don't know. But we do know he's a male feminist who literally said to believe all women. So guess what? Guess what, brother? Just for you, just because I trust you, Justin, I believe Blake Lively. I believe everything she said. I believe you showed her pornographic photos. I believe you told her that you were addicted to pornography. I believe everything Blake Lively said. Just for you, buddy. Just for you.
Hey, Mike, look, all I got to say is, look, if I show up, he doing all this to pander, all I got to do is show up, walk in, and if she start looking at me a certain way, he get mad.
Yeah,
and
of course.
that's everything you got to say, because he been pandering, then when she start looking a certain way, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like you've been doing all this work to get her, and then I just pull up, and she ready to come out and have a good night with me. Now he mad, but that's what that do, the people that pander like that.
So the reason why I get upset is I work with domestic abuse charities and I work with human trafficking charities, and when I see dudes pander like this, it really bothers me. Like this bothers me so much because I know some of you are like, no, what he's saying is true. It isn't true. If you apply the smallest bit of scientific scrutiny to what this dude says, you find that nothing that he says is true. He is just pandering to the most insecure, most basic feelings that insecure women have, and he's getting millions of likes because of it. He is 100x more dangerous than anything you think Andrew Tate is doing. This is the worst thing. And I'm saying this because I care about women. I have a massive problem with what happened with Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. And the reason why is because Amber Heard crying that she was physically abused when she wasn't is taking the efficacy away from women who are actually being abused. Why am I the person who's angry about this? Why aren't women the people that are angry about this? When Lindsay Hill sits there and says Trevor Bauer sexually assaulted her, and it turns out none of it was true, why am I the one who's angry about this? Why aren't women the one who's angry about this? That's all I hear. That's my problem. And when I see this dude gaslighting, he's deliberately putting women in the same position again. You should want healthy relationships with men. If you want healthy relationships with men, you should know the truth. Not astrology. You should know the truth. Not the 5 love languages. Not men are from Mars, women are from Venus. You should know the truth. You should know.
What about the secret?
You should know the secret. It's not that you should not know the secret. You should know the truth. You should not watch what's it called? The billionaire with the huge penis who ends up sleeping with Anastasia. 50 Shades of Grey. You should know the truth. You should know the truth, that this is all fiction. And that's the problem. That's the thing I see it over and again. That's why I get so triggered by this. Because I have a lot of females in my life. Nicole, I have a lot of females in my life that I care about very much. And if they listen to this moron, they're going to be like, why do these guys keep cheating on me? It's because you're listening to this idiot. That's why. Anyway, sorry. My bad.
Super chat, Rational Redneck. I dreamed my cat grew to the size of a lion and tried to eat me in the pet food aisle at Walmart. Does that mean he really wants to eat me?
That's absolutely true. I mean, it's your intuition telling you. Guys, I mean, can you imagine if we literally had a legal system based on intuition? We did. We hung witches at Salem because of intuition. That's not how the world works. The world works with reason, logic, accountability, and as strong as your feelings may be, we cannot have a society where everybody just goes, huh?
That's not how the world works.
This building was built by mathematical equations and engineers who understand the laws of physics.
That's
It
irrelevant
is.
to what we're talking about right
No,
now.
it is. This is how the world works. The world works. The
That's
infrastructure.
how the world should work.
The infrastructure.
That's how human
we
beings.
can't hear you. We can't hear you.
That's how human beings should work.
Right, correct.
That is not how they do work.
The majority,
That's not how this
the
country
majority of
works.
time of successful campaigns, be building a building or building the infrastructure for a city, fiber optic cables or satellites, it is how the world works.
But you're talking about architecture, and we're talking about human beings.
Correct, but the world, the
Human mind.
only reason that we're having this conversation is because violent men at some point chiseled out a cubbyhole of safety for us to have this conversation. And the conversation that is being beamed to all these people around the world at 186,282 miles a second is being done so because people understood analytics and mathematics. That's the reason why. So the majority of the world does work under logic, reason, and accountability.
You're talking math and science, and again, architecture.
Yes.
Like we're talking about human psychology
And I am,
emotion.
but correct. I'm not
and
saying,
both exist at the same time.
I agree that both exist, but
It's
you're
not like
talking
one or
into
the
a
other.
you're talking into a microphone that was invented by a man who had a patent and understood how audio works. The thing is, the majority of our existence,
So
even
that
the
women can
clothes you
express
wear-
themselves.
Go ahead.
Do you not think that human beings are understandable through science and through reason and
I think
through
they can be.
through the same processes that he's talking about for like building buildings and building microphones? Do you think that human beings cannot be explained using the same tools that it took to build this room and everything else?
I think that this goes along with everything that both of you are saying. You're trying to be very polarizing. And I'm
not trying to be polarizing. That dude pisses
Well,
me off. I'm not trying to be
No,
anything.
you're not. You're right. You're succeeding at being very polarizing because you're making absolute statements like everybody this, all men that, or
No,
men,
I haven't said
all,
absolute.
all male feminists that, or like can humans not be logical and use math and science to create buildings? Correct. But
Yeah.
it also exists that they're emotional, can be irrational, can be illogical.
I think what you're not hearing what I'm saying is the world working. The world working actually does have to do with logic, reason, and accountability. The world working. I'm not saying that that there aren't irrational people. There's plenty of them. But when we get things to function like the New York Stock Exchange or the SpaceX getting something into space, that is logic, reason, accountability, mathematics. That's when the world works. Every single piece of clothing that you wear was manufactured using engineering, logic, textile architecture. Those things are the world working through
Where
logic.
do logic, math, and science come into play in human relationships?
In human relationships?
Yeah.
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But
Correct.
but
That
you
is
can,
my point.
Right, but
That's
that's
the
not
point.
Right, but that's not the world. But again, one more time, we're at the lowest marriage rate in like history, and we have a 56% divorce rate. My point is, it's not. You're making my point for me, Lee. It's not.
You made my point for me too.
It's not working. The point is, it isn't working.
I actually have like a controversial take
Go
that
ahead.
I tell my friends all the time. I think relationships are failing because people are trying to make sense of them.
Interesting.
I think the biggest part of romance is it should be delusional. And I think women's strong point is that we're delusional. I think we're feminine, we're a fantasy, and that's what actually keeps it alive.
The problem with that is that when you're analytical, when you're rational about stuff, it tends to take away the magic of like the emotional, like
And that's
like
what I'm saying,
it's the butterflies in your stomach and all this other stuff, which is explainable through logic and reason. But then when you do that, you lose the magic.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I
There's
think
there's no more fairy tales. There's no more imagination.
So you also need to be like think about it evolutionarily. You have a delusional sense of confidence and level of protection for your child.
Yeah.
But you understand why that would make sense evolutionarily. Otherwise, the child wouldn't live. You're
Right.
there to protect the child. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that makes.
So I
but it's
feel-
explainable.
But I feel it's equal. I think men are there to protect their woman so she can be delusional and romantic
For
all
certain,
day.
certainly. But do you see how you explained it? Using like that, what you just the way you explained it is a function of evolutionary psychology. I'm not. Of course, there's some parts of it that are illogical, but even the parts that are illogical are explainable through science. That's the point. The point that we're making.
I can explain emotions to you. Emotions aren't magic. They're not some like
Correct.
cosmic
But in
rays
theory
that come
and
out
in
of the.
practice- In theory and in practice are two different things.
Sure.
In theory, theoretical about how humans behave and about what they're going to do, how they're going to act, is completely different than in real life because
yeah.
there are so many factors.
That's the premise of behaviorism. Is there is no way to discern motivation or intent without observing behavior. So when I say like emotions, like when I break this down, I've broken this down in several different essays. It's instinct, emotion, and reason. Instinct and emotion they're fast. They're the fastest way we can process information, right? Instinct, if I was to throw something at you, you would dodge out of the way. It's your instinct to get away from a fly or something like that, right? So we have those instincts that kind of like are at the root of the brain stem, right? That's why they call it the hindbrain or the lizard brain. And then there's the emotional side of things. And emotion is how we also interpret our surroundings in what information that comes into us from the outside world, right? How do you feel about this? Does it make you angry? Does it make you sad? Emotions, I can change your, in fact, you guys have already changed your emotional state with what? How many shots of tequila have we had so far?
0.
I can change your emotional state.
Not Sonia. Not Sonia.
Yes,
Sonia did not have any. I just want to make sure we understand.
I can change your emotional state chemically. If I want, or through stimulation to your brain, or through music, or through art, I can change your mood and your emotions through a series. If I'm clever enough to figure out what the stimuli is going to be to put you in those things. So for instance, like if I want to change his emotion to anger, I can shoot him up with 200 milligrams of Tren right now. Okay, or as I said, tequila makes your clothes fall off. Okay, those kinds of things where you've got that emotional side. Emotions are meant to drive a human being or an animal, for that matter, to two states: to survival or to reproduction. And those are when we feel happiness, when we feel anxiety, when we feel depression. It's meant to drive you from one state to another. And then there's a reason, and that is the slowest one, because we have to learn things. That's where your gray matter comes in. And so when we learn things and we put those things together, then we can understand emotion, and then we can understand instinct on top of that. So we're looking at a process here where if we look at instinct and we look at emotion, those are understandable through reason. It just takes a slower time to do that. So when you're feeling something and you're like, what the magic is, you're in the moment and it's fast for you. It's quicker to do that. But then your reason kicks in and goes, should I really be with this bum? Because I've been in relationships with assholes like this guy before, and that's when your reason kicks in. So that overrides the magic juice or whatever that's going through your head that makes you want to get with that guy.
That's what I'm saying. I think being delusional is a superpower, especially like when it comes to love. I think being delusional is
I
like
think
the
when
key.
it comes to sales too.
We
when it
are
comes to acting, I think there's a lot of. When you're a professional athlete, I think delusional. Yeah, for sure.
Well, it's
still understandable. The point is, it's still understandable.
It's not that emotion isn't necessary, because emotion is necessary for imagination. So if I have a great creative idea to make a microphone, for example, I still have to use my logic and my reason to figure out how I'm going to do this. But I have to conceive it at some point with my imagination, and that's a process of emotion right there. So now what you're seeing sort of this synergistic, circle of instinct, emotion, and reason. So you can come up with stuff like this, or you can explain certain phenomenon and dynamics.
I would just like to say I'm such a huge believer in yin and yang. So again, masculine and feminine energy. So, it's masculine energy to build and to analyze and to do all of those things. You don't want the entire world to be like that.
Agreed.
And it's not.
That was never my point.
Right.
That was never my point. Yeah.
Right.
Agreed.
And so, that is like the beauty of a woman, right? I'm not here to do that. I'm here to nurture and to feel. And like, my power isn't saying, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that. And I'm not going to intellectualize it for you. I'm not going to rationalize it for you. I'm not going to argue it with you. I just don't feel like that. And everything is a balance of both of those things.
And ladies, have you ever been accused of cheating on a man and you weren't cheating on him? Has that ever happened? Okay,
All
so
the
do you,
time.
Okay, got it. Beautiful.
Every guy
So do you hold on. Thank you. Do you see how not using reason and accountability leads to something that's harmful? Thank you. Let's take this freaking guy off the internet. That's my point. He's encouraging. But hold on. When you see it from a man accusing you of something you didn't do, then it makes sense all of a sudden. But when it's a woman doing the same thing, talking about dreams, then you guys don't understand what we're saying. There's no man running around here saying, I need someone to rescue me. What's happening?
Not intentionally, but they will use you like that.
No, but that's
what he's getting
I totally understand what you're saying.
Unintentionally.
I'm talking about what our discussion, while it's important, is not the discussion that just got 200,000 likes. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because he's the menace. I'm not. I totally understand what you're saying.
I don't doubt you, because I know that men are incredibly advantageous and business-minded.
Yes.
So they will.
What I'm saying is, but this type of pandering is what women like the most, and that's what scares the crap out of me.
But
that's what I'm saying.
He's also speaking to a very valid point. Whether or not he's a fucking liar is different. But sorry, I don't know if I'm supposed to swear yet. But
it's all right.
But it's still a true point, which is why women like it. Whether he's innocent or not. We don't know.
He's also taking the opposite side of the coin. You're taking men who did not ask to be fixed, and then women who are codependently attached to those men.
Those
and then
men are also attached, though.
Well, maybe they are, but they still didn't wake up in the morning saying, "I need a woman to be my rehabilitation center." That didn't happen.
There also are a lot of men intentionally seeking that. Like there's a reason those men date like unattractive women with low self-esteem.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen.
Yes.
I've got two answers
to
for this. Number one, I don't think it's the majority of men, and number two, the main reason why men date unattractive women is because most women aren't attracted to most men. Most men are dating whoever they can
I've
get.
actually asked this before.
Like, he was with an ugly hoe and he got a Mustang. Like, that's pretty much what the fuck that was. Like, and I know that on a personal ass level.
I've actually asked a man this question before.
Go ahead, Nicole.
I've actually asked a man this question before because he had dated visibly mid, woman. And it was just an observation. And I said, what's the deal? Like, why you keep going for these mid girls? And he said, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They're easier to control. It was his answer.
Yeah, I think it totally depends the man.
It does.
They want to see what they can. It's not necessarily they want a rehabilitation center. They want to see what they can get away with.
See, I feel like that's
held accountable.
And if he had said that, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But that's not what he did. Yeah. He literally said men are looking for a woman to be a rehabilitation center to trigger. He literally said it because he's not talking to men. He's talking at men for women. That's what I'm saying. That's the whole point I'm trying to make here. Just like the Justin Baldoni situation. I don't know if he's guilty or innocent. He's a male feminist telling us to believe all women when he's accused of sexual harassment. That's my point is the hypocrisy. That's the only issue that I have with it. Of course, are there men out there? I know dudes who are male strippers who are broke as a joke who end up trying to find sugar mamas all the time. Of course, I know dudes who literally they start dating women who are making a ton of money on OnlyFans so they can live off them. Of course, I see that all the time. I'm not saying this doesn't happen. What I'm saying is the majority of men waking up and being like, I am broken. You know what I need? A woman out to rehabilitate me. That's what I need. Man, thank God Chris G.Q. Perry called me out on this. That's what I'm saying. It's nonsense.
It sounds like you need some healing.
Yeah, it's like we need some mental healing, some
They
trauma
say it
release.
all the time. They just have a different language. Like those are the men who are like, oh, I need a woman who's not materialistic, and I need a woman who will stay down till I come up. I need a woman that's how they sit there and say, oh my God.
I think what you're saying is relevant, but not rehabilitation center. I think that's a different phenomenon that we're talking about.
Well, no, because those are the men who don't want to confront where they're broken and they don't want to heal and develop
or maybe they don't want to confront that they're broke. I think that might be a different thing.
That's a big part
rather than confront that they're broken. And all of a sudden, they don't need as much healing.
Are usually
They don't need as much healing when they're rich. Have you noticed that? Yeah. All of a sudden, when they're wealthy, they don't have to.
Those men are Scorpios.
They don't have to do the trauma release.
Astrology sign.
Oh, hey guys,
Scorpio men.
He's 6'3" and rich. He doesn't need any more trauma release therapy anymore. All of a sudden, he's healed. You see this guy? Why he's not like my ex-boyfriend who's ugly. This guy's good looking and healed. He's fine.
And Mike, I'll say, look, because I watch
guys, let's go to Trey real quick.
I watch it all the time.
I need everyone to be quiet. Thank you, Trey. Go ahead.
I watch it back home in the Midwest. There's some attractive women that try to get my attention, but they try strategies that
guys,
when they try,
you're saying in the kitchen.
When they try, I'm not interested no more, right? Yeah. So they'll do certain things like come at me real strong and then pull back and then do all these weird strategies that they try, from the shit that they hear from this guy, and I'm not interested no more. You know what I mean? But that's because they listening to people like this. You don't attract certain guys listening to that shit. Me, I'm good. Don't go in the club and be like, oh, Trey not paying me attention. I'm about to go dance with another guy. I'm not interested no more.
If I'm not
interested no more.
Guys, if I had a channel, Lee, Nicole, if I had a channel and my channel was like this, sometimes women have preferences and sometimes men have preferences and sometimes those preferences don't meet. And if someone doesn't like you, that's okay. If I made a channel like that, that would explain all of these phenomena and I would get no views.
I completely agree.
Yeah, I would get no views because I didn't blame anyone. Because I didn't blame anyone, because I came to the realization that women have certain proclivities and men have certain proclivities, and sometimes we don't match, and it's not because one of us is a narcissist. It's sometimes we just don't match. No one would watch my channel. But what I said is true. No, what I said is empirically true. The reality of the situation is less than 4% of the human population are narcissists. But I know hundreds of women who apparently have dated narcissists. It doesn't make sense mathematically.
Do you think narcissists?
Can you grab this?
Do you think narcissists go to get diagnosed?
NPD. So
no.
So there's a great thing. And narcissism and NPD. Hey guys, we can hear every word you're saying. We got mics. Anissa, real quick. We can hear everything you're saying. So narcissism is not diagnosed. NPD is not diagnosed, and it generally happens because some function of your narcissism caused you to break the law or do something that requires court-appointed therapy. Does that make sense? But still, even with that, it's less than 10% of the population are narcissists.
But there's also narcissistic tendencies that
Correct.
don't get.
So we all have
we do.
So
but
we
some
all have
people
narcissistic tendencies.
Very high. And
Correct.
they
scale.
we've dated them.
So for those of you who don't know, psychopathy is not a scale. Psychopathy is 0 or 1. You have empathy or you don't. Narcissism is on a scale. If your narcissism was at 0, you would never cut into traffic. You would stand at the grocery store and let everyone get in line in front of you if you had 0 narcissistic tendencies. We all have some. With your children, getting them into a nice school, you become a narcissist. I can't believe what this bitch said. My son's getting into school. My son is right. You have some delusional narcissistic tendencies, true or not. That's fine. Narcissism has a function in evolutionary psychology. The point we're trying to make is what happens. Anyway, going back to there's not enough narcissists to fit all the women who dated narcissists. That's all I'm pointing.
Ladies, show your hands. Have you dated a narcissist in the past?
I've dated an asshole.
I've
An
dated
asshole, okay.
multiple.
Does that count?
And none of them. I'm not one.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
the reason,
So, like,
the
there's
reason I'm
so many. There's 100 different types of shitty people other than narcissists.
Agreed.
So it's like,
Thank
yeah,
you.
like we can. That's not. I feel like that's pretty fucking damaging to just throw around this word.
Well, but it's
when
also
none of us
misinformation.
are qualified.
Yes,
to
thank
use
you.
that term.
Welcome to Access
That's
Vegas.
like-
Thank
Yes.
you.
I'm just
Yes.
saying, like that's. You can think somebody is like the worst fucking person
Yeah.
is somebody that should not have access to human beings.
Yes.
I've dated somebody like that.
Yeah.
Is he a narcissist? I don't know. He might be.
Right.
He might also not be. But
That-
he's still a pretty dangerous human being, even if he's not a narcissist.
But what you're saying is those words mean things.
Yeah,
And
they
there's
do.
people who spend their entire lives studying those things and they get to have diagnosis. And those people are who we should probably listen to. And here's the other part, because this is going to make some people mad. Ladies, there's been guys who've cheated on you and they weren't narcissists. They just had a moment of weakness and they did a shitty thing. And fellas, here we go. Here come the comments. There's girls who have cheated on you and it doesn't make them psychopaths or narcissists. Sometimes normal people just cheat. It just happens. It sucks when it happens. And sometimes it actually does have to do with you. And sometimes it has nothing to do with you. And that's fine. And what I just said, while it is true, will never go viral because it is true. And because I didn't blame anyone, no one gives a fuck about what I just said. That's the problem. We need someone to blame. We need a boogeyman. We need someone. If there is no boogeyman, no one gets paid, like Rolo says all the time. And so what we see all this time with this pandering is I've created a boogeyman. Just with him, the boogeyman is always one gender. It's never two. It's always the same gender. Do we do things that are messed up? For sure. Do we do things to invoke our own survival? All the time. We have all kinds of proclivities. I don't like pickles or tomatoes. Some other people don't like homosexuals. Whatever. You have your own proclivities. Whatever those things are. That's
crazy to compare. Like,
I'm not comparing. That's the point is I'm not comparing. I'm not.
It's true. Like I don't fuck with pickles, but like gay people,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, me too. That's what I'm saying. Good. All right, we understand. My point is, we can have these proclivities and we can have them, and we don't have to blame each other for it. And when you don't blame other people for it, and you come from the place, this is one of my favorite things that not Galloway, Richard Reeves said. He goes, I believe that every person comes from a good place. I believe even that guy came from a good place. He got hurt by a woman, and then he started saying super pandering, simpy stuff, and girls were like, "You go, Chris. That's good." And he's like, "Oh." And he goes on TikTok and he gets like millions of views.
Because he's rewarded. He's rewarded for it.
Tell those men. He goes, "Wait a second. I've been getting rejected by women forever." And all I do is say some of this stuff that I've heard other women say, and then I get all these likes, and then it just becomes worse and worse and worse. But guys, if you want to date a single mother, good for you. There are a lot of great women out there that are single mothers. If you want to date a single mother, that's fine. But you're not better than me because I'm not dating a single mother. But not according to Chris, because only strong men would be able to date a single mother. And that's the part that, again, we're going back to what I'm saying before. It's like one of these situations where like you just listen to this pandering, and this pandering comes from somewhere deep in him where he got hurt, and now he thinks this is going to work. But what happened is the algorithm rewarded him with hundreds of thousands of likes. He made a business off of it, and now he's stuck. He can't do anything else but pander. He can't even say things that he believes anymore. That's essentially what happened.
Yeah.
He can't even say stuff he believes anymore. He has to say whatever. It's like, let me find some delusional girl who's on her period and ask her, what do you think about your man? I was like, well, during Sagittarius, when Mercury's in retrograde, I'm pretty sure he's cheating, okay? Here we go, let's do a video. Can we put that on the teleprompter? Men who are in Mercury in retrograde or cheat, like whatever, like that's what he's got to do. He's just got to pander. He can't, he's trapped. I can always say what I believe. He can't. He's trapped. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, as soon as a guy says he's a male feminist, that's when the clock starts ticking for his sexual assault charges.
Yep. Agreed.
Yep. You want me? Do you want to do another?
Hey, well, let me say something. You're right. There are men who are feminists who are totally just feminists. Like George R. R. Martin would be a great example of a male feminist, right? But my point is, often that is a cloak a cloak of sheep. A wolf in sheep's clothing. That is a cloak men use to get closer to women.
Cloak of sheep. I love it. I'm using that. There's a clip right there. There's the clip.
I think we understood what you meant. Despite that,
Gotcha, bitch.
There were two different. A cloak of invisibility and a wolf in sheep's clothing. Two different things I was trying to say at the same time. But what I'm saying is the male feminism is often used as a way to get closer to women and get their guard to come down. Does that make sense?
You're saying that these men are being predatory.
Yeah.
They're preying on women like.
I think it sounds better when you. I think it sounds better when you say it, Lee. I think it sounds better when you say it.
They're being predatory.
I don't think
they
are. I agree with you totally,
like,
and I don't even think I have the place to say it. But when you say it, I agree.
Is that not why like nice guys like make women nervous because they know that they want to get well, but that's
because
doing
you shouldn't
things
be bragging about being nice.
Well, because they want to get laid.
Tell someone how you are.
That's not something that should be literally the bare minimum. Yeah, is just being a nice.
I don't know what you're talking about, Nicole. I agree with everything she says. That's not what you told me at all. You're absolutely right.
I was actually going to follow that by though is saying that I think that you're right. It's not viral, but I think it's possible for women to watch a video like that and take some of it and be like, I agree with that, but I also know that this guy is being predatory.
Wouldn't that be great? But you know what? When he gets 200,
people do that. They just don't post about it online.
He's got 1 million likes on some of his posts. Do you know how hard it is to get 1 million views? He got 1 million likes.
In a world where there's what 6-7 billion people? I mean, all right.
But that's just the thing.
Likes.
They're liking what he's saying. They're not liking him.
I
so
agree
they're going to forget about him.
Hold on, Nicole. He doesn't realize that, and of course you're correct. He doesn't realize that.
He's still mad. He's not getting what he wanted.
Correct.
But you know what's funny is that in real life, like he might be very different, but he's doing it for the fucking views.
True
he's
that.
doing it for the money.
My job here is done. My job here is complete. My job is complete. Thank you.
All right, let's see if I can piss you off a little bit more here.
Okay. Oh, we have another. I didn't.
She hates men. You were
right,
right about that.
Everybody down to a 0 real quick. Go.
Here we go. Yeah.
A woman cannot be your piece if you aren't hers. Stop expecting so much from a woman when all you do is give her problems. When she's constantly stressed out and on edge, you will never get the best version of her. How you treat her is how she's going to act. She's not dramatic, and she doesn't require too much. She just wants you to give her that same peace and support that you are asking for, because she goes through a lot of things too. So do right by her, and she'll do right by you.
That's a good friend.
Not the light-skinned
Why does he sound like that one Akon song?
Causing problems being on this podcast.
I'm going to take this one off. You guys, go ahead. Trey, tell him.
I'm on this podcast right now. My phone blowing up more than it was when I was at home. Trey, what you doing out there on blah, blah, blah. They want me even more than I'm out here doing this podcast right now. So causing problems. Look, I'm just saying, y'all know what it's like. It's fun. It's a fun roller coaster. You know what I mean? So that right there, that's a good friend. You know what I mean? But you still don't trust him because when you get too close to him, you get too lit. You like, I don't know what he don't know. He being too nice for a reason. Come on, man. Me causing the emotional roller coaster. Phone rocking right now. That's all I'm saying. And I don't even want to answer it. That's all I'm saying. He wrong.
What do you think, ladies? You want to date this guy?
Hell no.
He got the looks, but all that right there.
The way he says it, it's like the light skinned voice. Like he just is like, you're gonna be my piece and I'm gonna be yours. Like
if you date him and I pull up, he gonna stalk you. That's all.
I be having stalkers too. Is
he
the
gonna
thing.
stalk you.
Like,
That's a stalker right
it's
there.
like
it's fake.
It's like he's sounding out the cue card.
He wants your location 24/7.
He's learning how to read, Nicole.
He's like,
break.
You cheated in a dream.
Everybody has to learn how to read sometime. Not everybody records it and puts it on.
But why does this shit resonate?
I feel like
Like,
those
I-
are
yeah.
the videos.
Enabling
Why
delusions
would
in
it?
women.
It's
Like
on
young
stage.
girls,
Silly.
maybe, but I feel like girls who are a little bit more mature can like if I saw that video in 5 seconds, I'm scrolling past it because I really don't give a fuck what he's saying. But I feel like younger girls, like high school, like listening to Taylor Swift and things like that, they maybe be like leaning. But if he's predatory, then that's kind of the audience he's want is like younger girls who are more vulnerable.
Or if you just got cheated on or something.
Exactly.
I was gonna say, you don't watch him. Other than that, you're not watching
Exactly.
him.
If you just got
No, those are like the videos,
yeah.
the women who can't get their man to stop cheating, like DM him all day.
'Cause that's the type of guy when I pull up, he be like, I hate this guy for no reason.
He's
You know
being
what I mean?
predatory to women who are vulnerable.
Yeah.
And in their
Younger
feelings
women,
and like that's
like
there's
unhealthy
probably
women.
some like I don't want to say truth in what he's saying.
I
It's
think
probably,
there
like,
is.
There's probably some kind of meaning you could
Women
drag
know
out of it.
You talking about this?
But like
I believe that there's truth in
I'm
what he's saying. I'm
there's
saying he doesn't
maybe
believe it.
there's some kind of truth you could drag out of it if you really tried. But
there's definitely
the
truth.
audience that he's catering to is women that are vulnerable.
Unhealthy women.
Pandering.
Yes, and they're
That's
Pandering to.
But that's like
But
an
there's
easy sell
pandering.
because they're just looking for something
Unhealthy
to confirm
women who, have
what
no idea.
they're like. Oh, he thinks I'm right.
Lee,
Yeah.
let me ask you a question. The first time you saw my reaction, you saw how upset I was. After seeing all of his content, his hundreds of videos like this, do you understand where I'm coming from?
I do. I just don't think that his target audience is in this room.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I don't know that any of us would look at that and be like,
Hey,
oh.
will you do me a favor? Will you go on his Instagram? Will you go on his IG right now? Just check your phone. Go on his IG and see how many common friends you have that follow him. And when you see, it's Chris GQ Perry.
GQ.
And then when you see some,
GQ is
you see the women, you see how many girls you know that follow him. You're going to be a little shocked.
I feel when I'm mad at my husband, that's what show up on my For You page. I will be like, oh yeah, he's right.
The algorithm
Then when I'm
knows,
not
yeah.
delusional,
listening to you.
I have 4.
You have 4?
I have 4, but one of my friends is hella emotional, so I believe
I have
that.
28.
28 of your friends.
28.
What do you, Steph? You know?
Let me look at
That's
that.
nice.
The girls who are following are girls I would believe would listen to it, though. Is what I'm saying.
So it makes sense who you see. It makes sense.
It makes sense.
Damn, this is a good experiment.
This is really cool.
I have
It's only 4.
and one of them is my friend who's an influencer, so I'm sure that's a
This would be the
networking
end.
thing.
Yeah.
The other is this woman I know who's married with kids.
Oh, I don't have friend followers.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I have 30.
You have 30. Shocking. How many do you have?
Man. And
I have
boys.
21.
There's
She has
boys on here.
21. You have 20.
There's boys on here.
There's boys.
Oh, now I lied. I have some.
You know, I'm gonna be very honest with you. I have had my ex send me a version of this, like towards, it's from guys to girls. Send me shit like
I was
this.
going to
Oh, they're
say
probably
they
wrong
are.
too. Oh, Yo, Krista, they're probably wrong too. They're pandering too.
Yeah, there's women that do the same thing.
Hey, I'm about. Hey, listen, guys, everybody, listen. I'm about to turn the whole chat
Nobody
against
cares
me.
if they're attractive to men.
Listen, I'm about to turn the whole chat against me. There's a bunch of guys. Hold on. I'm about to turn the whole chat against me. There's a bunch of guys in this red pill space who've gotten so used to pandering to angry men that all they can do is pander to. He agrees with me. All they do is pander to angry men, and they do that. And so what's happened? It's called classical conditioning in psychology. Every time I pander to angry men, I get more viewers. So I pander to angry men more, and I start convincing myself that all the beliefs of these angry incel men are actually real life. And what I try to do is, because so many of my friends are females, I try to see it from their point of view and from men's point of view. And the difference is the main thing, I'm getting a little bit off the subject, is that men are not monolithic. There is a group of men that have a lot of access to women or are doing well with women, and then there's the other 80% of men who are completely invisible. And women don't recognize this because they're invisible.
Did you say 80%?
I'd say 80%. About a third. The bottom third of men have no sex at all. 0. Of the bottom third of men. Bottom. Huh?
The bottom third is 80%.
Well, no, 2 different things. The bottom third of men have no luck at all. Okay, so we're going to do several different statistics. And eHarmony, their data shows that 80% of men are deemed unattractive on dating apps. 80%. And additionally, somewhere in the bottom quartile to the bottom third of men have had 0 sexual partners in the last year, somewhere around that area. And then when we go to like men who are unsatisfied in marriages, it's like over 50%. So we're saying there's a bottom 80% of men who women generally don't notice. And when they complain about the men that they do notice. And so they start thinking that's all men. because I am a performance coach and I deal with a lot of guys who make a lot of money but do very poorly with women, I see these invisible men constantly. So my view of men is very different from if you work in bottle service in Las Vegas and these guys, and when I found the average man in the United States, how much do you think he makes, Anissa? Microphone.
65.
65, what do you think?
That was my guess.
Oh, I've already done this before. Okay, so we've had girls come on here before and say $400,000. That's what they think men make. They said we've had women come on here before and say the average guy is about 6'2". Our very first episode, the average man is about 6'2". The average man in the United States, if we're counting everyone, it's like $58,000 a year. It's about $58,000 a year, maybe somewhere in the 60s, depending on where you live. And the average guy is 5'9". Okay. No, you see? Did you see this? Did you see this reaction?
Like not like that.
Give me the short ones. I'll take them off y'all hands.
So the miscommunication comes from the fact that there's two distinct
the short, obese,
breed
the
of
short,
men.
fat ones. I got you.
You like them?
Hand them to me.
You like the short, fat ones?
I love them.
Hey guys, if you're in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you want to get with Krista. You're short, fat, and what else do you want?
Is
short, fat, and what else?
Here.
Is that because and broke?
You want short, fat, and broke? Krista's looking for you.
Which one?
What?
Broker got that bag. Which
Hold
one?
on, I'm overstimulated. Wait, what? Hold on.
I said broker got that bag. Which one?
Huh?
Broker got that bag. Which one?
Well, I'm retired from the broke ones, so preferably in the bag.
I'm retired.
or working towards it.
Something you can control. At least take care of yourself.
Yeah,
If you're gonna
yeah.
be with me, at least.
That's what we said last one. We were like, at least be able to buy your own groceries.
What are you
and pay
attracted
your
to?
own
Like, get your
$5
own gas
million.
for your own car.
Yeah, like
Basic.
How tall does he need to be? $5 million. What color are his eyes? $5 million. That's so awesome. All right, awesome. Cool. Do you want to go to another one?
No, I want to know how many of your friends were.
Okay, I had
It seemed like
too many.
It seemed incredible.
25.
You have 25 of your friends that were following Christian Compare. Yeah. It's
That is
by the way, it's
genius.
like I understand the guy's like he's got a grift. My point is he doesn't even recognize what he's doing. He probably made some content because he wanted to get attention from women and he kept getting more. And the algorithm, because the algorithm is ultra woke and wants you to pander to women, especially TikTok, he started getting more and more engagement and he started to believe the nonsense that he was saying is true. Guys, I'm not saying you can't catch your partner cheating. It's easy. Logic, reason, accountability, going through their phone, hire a private detective, whatever you got to do to catch your partner cheating. But it's not a fucking dream. That's my point.
I think,
It's like follow their intuition.
Huh?
You know?
Like, I don't have
encouraging women to follow their intuition.
So here's the other thing. So intuition, there's studies on intuition. The way intuition works is this. Young people think they have intuition when they don't. Guys, we can hear you talking out there. Hold on. So young people, so for instance, if I had a pilot who's landed an airplane 500 times, he has an intuition about landing the airplane. A cardiologist who's done several heart surgeries, he can open up the chest and say, oh, there's something wrong with this aorta. Immediately, he has an intuition. Intuition comes from domain expertise and experience. Intuition does not come from the secret, woo-woo magic bullshit. Intuition comes from experience. If you're a legit therapist or relationship coach or a marriage counselor and you start saying, yeah, I think he's cheating on her, I would listen to that
What
woman.
if you've been cheated on 500 times?
If he's been cheated, that's intuition. You know what that's called? You know what that's called? That's called domain. That's called domain expertise. I would, huh? Right. No. What? Something else. There's some other trauma that's causing them to pick someone who cheats. Yeah.
That's where all my perspective has been coming from.
Yeah. My point is, you guys are all logical and reasonable. You at least you seem that way. I'm not. What he's saying. All right, cool. You want to go do another video?
Wait, let's see. Oh, Magic 8 Ball. Will their boyfriends cheat on them?
Yes.
Definitely yes. There we go. The 8 Ball has spoken. Oh, we got one more super chat here real quick. Is it just me or are these guys pandering to women who get treated badly because they try to date out of their league? So because they're trying to
treated badly.
I could see that. I could see that. I will say this. You guys weren't. I don't know if you were here long enough. You guys know El Dorado right next to Sapphire?
Yes.
Okay, so I go there sometimes. The day it opened, I went there with a group of friends, and there was a girl at the time I thought was the prettiest girl I'd ever seen in Las Vegas. I had the biggest crush on her. I just moved here, and I was sitting there listening to her talk, and I knew her. She met a male stripper, moved to another country with him, had a baby by him. He was cheating on her while the baby was being born. Okay, came back to El Dorado. And came back to the States. We were having an industry event at El Dorado the first time it opened, and she was sitting there crying to us and telling us, I can't believe that he cheated on me. And I'm looking at my friends like, you you married a male stripper. Like, well, I don't. What did you think was going to happen? And that was the first time in my life I saw a woman who I thought was objectively beautiful and thought I was turned off by her because her standards and her beliefs, the level of chaos she needed was so high that I was like, I would never date someone like this. I will tell you, in my 20s, a girl that hot, I wouldn't care. And I didn't care if she thought the earth was flat. I would have dated her. But that was the first moment where it cracked for me, and I realized I cannot provide for the level of abuse and chaos you need to be in this relationship, so just miss me with that shit, okay? No, I'm not blaming her. Shit happened in her life for her to go through that. I'm not going to make videos and like, these chaotic women need to stay away from good men because I'm not going to make nonsensical videos like that. That's crazy. But that was the first time where I said, this woman is objectively a 10 to me, and I would never touch her because she needs people who cheat on her. She needs people who fucking hurt her. Go ahead.
See, that's why I feel like girls don't like nice guys, because me personally, like, I've been through hella shit in relationships. So like when a guy like opens the door, like comes to the door and rings the doorbell, not just text me that he's here, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not used to like those basic ass things. So, but I also feel like I'm logical enough to like look at that video and be like,
hold on, you know what? That's incredibly enlightened that you're taking responsibility for your own.
See, and that's why I'm like, people just got to be aware of what the fuck they're doing and who the fuck they fuck with. And like, I swear all the time, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But like, you just kind of have to be aware and like, I don't know, be able to question yourself and why you do things. But yeah, I don't know.
The nicest thing my ex ever did for me,
girl,
and this was the
tell
bare
me.
minimum when I look back.
All right, let's get through some of these videos. We're way behind. Let's
All right. I'll go
Go ahead, Krista.
Give it to Krista. Give it to Krista.
So everyone, stop the show. Let's go.
No, I was just saying, I used to accept such bare minimum. The nicest thing like my ex ever did to me was he would like pick out all the good fries from the French fry basket and give them to me. I thought that was the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
Yeah, no,
that
but
was
then
the only thing he's ever done for me.
Hold on. Well, hold on, Krista. What did he do? What did he do to make you cheat on him then?
I never cheated on him. He tried to cheat on me, but
tried?
it didn't work.
See, people who cheat be insecure.
And the only thing, right, ladies? The only thing worse than a man who cheats on you is a man who tries to cheat on you, and girls don't even want to fuck with him. Isn't that like the worst? That's like you got like the double. Huh? You're like embarrassed. Like if he cheats on you and she's like super bad, you're like, okay, I get it. But like he tries to cheat on you, and he tries to cheat on you, and like she doesn't even want to mess with him.
Yeah, that hurts even more because you're like, fuck. Yeah. I would understand it, maybe, but if it's ugly,
maybe have a threesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, economies of scale. It's all I'm saying. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not saying you have to do it.
You know why women get pissed off when like their boyfriends like cheat on them with the uglier girl than they are? It's because it's a character flaw for you, not a physical thing. It's a character flaw at that point. It's like, what, am I not nice enough? Did I not do nice things for you?
Cheating isn't personal, though.
It's insecure. The person who's cheating
Again, you
is
are the most
hella
enlightened
insecure.
women I've ever heard in my life. You're correct. Cheating is not personal, especially when men. That's correct. It's still terrible. I hope to God none of you get cheated on for the rest of your life. You probably will, but I hope that it doesn't happen. But while it is still sucks when it happens, I'm telling you, if you had any idea how decontextualized men can make sex, it's just I met a hot girl and there was a dumpster and whatever.
But then if a girl cheats on them and has sex, it's the biggest fucking
It is
thing.
because
girls, it's emotional. Men, it's all physical.
You answered your own question. You answered your own question.
And that's the thing. Like, I broke up with my ex after cheating. He was mad that I hooked up with 3 dudes in 3 months. He was like, he compared that to him cheating on me. I was like, well, if you wouldn't have cheated in the first place, then I wouldn't have had time to hook up with these other people.
You told him, you lied to him and told him it was only 3?
I told him it was only 1.
I bet you was cussing them out, causing problems and arguing about everything. That's the thing.
Get toxic with us. Get toxic with us.
Toxic too. I mean, it don't matter as long as you're like good to go. Like, it don't fucking matter who the fuck you've been with, how many people you've been
the chat is gonna lose their
Is he finding out it's 3 on this podcast? Is he finding out it's 3 on this podcast?
Oh no, it's like
now he is.
No, he been knowing because he went through my phone. Like what? Like
You know how
come
many
on, now
times
just ask to go
boyfriends
through
have
it.
found
Don't
out shit about their girlfriends from the show? It happens all the time. All the time.
All right.
But I actually do. I think men and women have our individual strengths, and I do think there's benefits. Like I have and no offense, because you seem so fun.
Oh, thanks.
But like I always
waiting for it.
But like,
I'm waiting for
I have
it.
a lot of friends who are like, oh my god, like he sleeps around with everyone. He was at the club every night, like before they're dating. I don't condone cheating.
Yeah, no.
And they're like, oh, but like he wants a girl with this, and I'm like, well, yeah, because that's your strength as a woman. And I'm like, your strength is also that you get your rent paid. that
You're
you
my
get to be
therapist.
calm, that you get to, be adored. Like he has to get up and work. So I do think there are like, for sure. I think toxic behavior is bad.
I allowed it for sure.
But I don't think if
You guys are all right. Why do we even have this show anymore? This is crazy. I don't even know what to say.
I should also say that
Figured out every problem that there ever was.
This confirms the rule of three,
All
gentlemen.
mathematically.
Anytime a woman gives you a number, multiply it by 3.
By 3.
Yes.
Hey, don't be telling all.
But you know what? We have a special rule here at Access Vegas. You know what it is? Every time you sleep with a woman, your body count goes down by 1.
What?
Is that true?
What?
Yes. No, it's our rule here.
It's our rule.
It's our rule.
Yes.
Okay.
Only
whatever
here.
your body count
In
is,
this room.
take all the women you slept with, and then surprise. Yeah, just for women. Every time you sleep
what
with a
about
woman,
what?
if you're a woman and you slept with a woman, your body count goes
Drops
down
by 1.
I like the rule that every time you get cosmetic surgery, it resets.
Yes, that's not my rule. You guys know Kindly Myers? Kindly Myers has a rule.
What
Anytime
if
you
you
get a
sleep
new
with a man and a woman? Did it never happen?
Because 0 times 0.
How do you get the
You
high
never
score if
score.
You keep going negative. You never score.
You have no body count.
One of my friend Kindly Myers, you know Kindly Myers, right? Kindly Myers from Nashville. She has a rule: every time you get a new boob job or you get like anything like that, your number goes back to 0.
Resets
that's
the
what the
clock.
new year.
That's her rule. It's not my rule.
I got a really good question for you, Mike. Here we go. Sartain, do you think that American women are not used to chivalry because the men gave up on it, or that women stopped respecting it?
I'm curious. What do you guys think before I say anything? I want to hear from Stefan and Nisa.
Men stopped doing it.
I never saw chivalry ever in my life.
What is it? What does that mean?
Chivalry, like opening doors for you. I'm the one who pays for everything. Gentlemen, there you go. Gentlemen, go.
Picking out all the good fries from the fry basket.
That was
Let's
fire.
listen to Steffi.
I think it's both.
You think it's both?
Yeah, I think it's both. I think that if a guy who naturally is chivalrous and he's dating somebody that's not into that or respects that, he's probably going to stop, and that's probably going to go into the next relationship with a new partner, and vice versa. So yeah, I think it's both.
What do you think, Anissa?
A little bit of both, and I have seen a little bit more often women don't like men that are too nice.
Okay,
sometimes.
go into
think-
that.
I do think some women do like men that treat them like shit for sure. So I do think some.
Why do we even have a show anymore? This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Yeah,
So
that
I
is
think
an
to some
incredibly
men,
enlightened.
chivalry's dead. They don't really see a point in being chivalrous.
You're not saying that women want to be treated like crap, but they tend to. You can't control what you're attracted to sometimes. Or do you think they actually want to be treated like crap?
I think sometimes women don't like men that are too nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I think some women do kind of like being treated like shit. I don't know. Not actually hey, I want you to treat me
Chris
like
GQ
shit, but
Chris
they
GQ
are
Perry has left the
attracted to
chat.
Being treated
That's
like shit
response.
more often than not. Yeah.
So this is my take on it, right? So I feel like there are girls out there that have grown up, right? You call it daddy issues or whatever the case may be. Like say you grow up in a kind of chaotic household where you never really got taken care of or nice things done for you by men in your home life, right? So you don't go out expecting men to do that when you're out on dates, you know what I mean? You expect it to be what you've always known, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a shock, oh, that doesn't feel like home. Yeah. Not necessarily that they want to be treated like shit or anything, but it just doesn't feel like home.
But you also said
You know what I mean? It more feels like home when they're fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You said
Maybe, I don't
American
know.
Women, right?
American, yeah, that's what it said.
So 60 days ago, maybe not that long ago, I was I'm never dating an American guy ever again. Having dated multiple other cultures, I really do think it's a cultural thing. And I have a lot of different cultures within my family. And I see that a lot. With American guys, they're just you pay. Why would I do that? What are you doing? Just fucking never mind, dude.
I mean, quit dating liberals. I'll be honest with you. That'll probably be your first.
So I do. I think it's both. We had the feminist movement, and we're all about equality, and women are strong and independent, and all of these things. And I think that's shifted to where men expect that of you. They want to see how ambitious are you. What's your career doing? How much do you make? How are you just
Got it.
I'm in this situation because I have to be. Okay.
I'm gonna propose a different idea. Men have not been taught actual masculine traits, so they use chivalry in order to cope. So they're overly nice. Women can detect, because women are way more attuned to cues than men are, especially at a younger age, because women get approached way more than men do, especially in adolescence. And the men, and because of that, what's happening is women are recognizing guys who don't have boundaries. And what they're saying instead of is, I don't like nice guys, or nice guys fail. I have no trouble with women, and I'm very nice, but I have boundaries. What happens is the guys who don't have boundaries see another guy who has boundaries, and the woman says, he's an asshole. He didn't listen to me. He didn't do this. No, he was just the first man to ever tell you no.
But I think that goes the other way too.
Sure, of course. I totally agree,
when
yeah.
Us women have boundaries. Like, I'm not going to reach for my wallet on that date.
Yeah, listen.
Not.
This
That's
audience here, you're not going to reach your wallet. Nobody here is going to ask you to.
I would never do that. And for me, like on a date, I will let you know this is where you
If I was on a date with a girl, if I was on a date with a girl and she asked me to split the check, I know she's not interested in me. Mm-hmm. If she even she can in a humorous way reach for her purse, but I'm not going on a date with a girl and not paying for dinner. That's absurd. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I would be disowned by my own state if I did some shit like that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
I was going to say that's another.
I could literally
difference.
talk about this for like 2 hours straight.
Yeah.
Same, but I have a lot of hypotheses. I think what happened in America mainly is we stopped, like it just became a blob and a blur, everything. I think the economy played a huge factor in why like men and women are so confused.
Oh, this is another thing. Yeah, if 60% of college enrollees are female, and women, by the way, I believe under the age of 30 or 35, women are making more money than men, somewhere in that area. If that's happening, then what happens is now the paying for dinner becomes more and more difficult, and now you as a woman are dating someone who is less educated and makes less money than you, and this becomes very problematic when you're looking for certain chivalrous acts.
Even women being forced into a masculine role, like when they come home from like working a shift, they don't have the energy to raise the kids, to cook, to clean, to do everything. It blends, it messes up all the boundaries. I think a lot of people like now are very miserable with our like quality of life in America, and I think that's why all these pandering accounts that upset everyone, they're realizing like what's missing, and everybody wants those gender roles back. They want that feeling, but instead of like realizing, they're angry. So that's why there's all these angry men, like, oh my God, all women are evil. And there's all these angry women who are like, every man is a cheater, because like we're lacking that and we're realizing it, but in the wrong way. And we're
but also dangerous. They're like, you're a gold digger. It's like, fucking.
I'm like, yes.
What do you mean you don't want to
The way to solve that is to ask a man, if you had a daughter, would you want your daughter dating someone broke? And most men will be like, no, I would want my daughter to date someone who could take care of her financially. And then you're like, oh, she's not a gold digger. That makes sense. There's a limit. Gold digger is just like all they care about is money. There's nothing else. Hey guys, so Rose over here, Rosa, she flew out, so I want to get her on the show. Can we bring that other chair and try to get her in here somewhere? Yeah, she actually got on an airplane to come out here. So
we really need.
Joe, can you help me out with this and put that right there? Thank you so much.
We really need to cut the shit with the chivalry stuff, because I'll tell you right now, we keep calling it chivalry. It's not fucking chivalry. We don't live in the 14th century anymore. Stop saying, "Oh, I'm going to court her." No, what you want is old order gender roles is what you're looking for, and we live in the 21st century, and everyone in this century right now is a product of militant feminism, I should say post-sexual revolution feminism. And so what we're looking at this want by women who are strong, independent women who don't need no man, but they want a man, and the man that they want is the guy who opens the doors, the guy who picks out the French fries for you, the guy who comes up to your door and rings the doorbell and says, "Is Sophie here?" They want happy days. They want the 1950s. They want the sock hop. They want the dance at high school, right? And at the same time, I mean, wouldn't that be nice? But at the same time, the women still know what they want. Remember, we were just talking about what is rational and what's emotional. That a rational side is, I need a guy who is 6'5", blue eyes, finance, and loves his mom and wants to have kids sometime in the future, right? But the emotional side of that is, I want him to come to the door and press the doorbell, and I want him to open the door too, and I want him to be a gentleman, and I still want him to pay for a date, whether or not I make more money than he does or he doesn't. So cut the bullshit with the chivalry stuff, because it's not chivalry is not what you think it is. Okay, it's not walking on the inside of the road and so she doesn't get mud on her when she's right. It's not the 14th century anymore. Can we stop that? Can we cut the shit with courting and all this other stuff? Nobody courts anymore. People date, or they hook up, and then they take it on and move on from there. So if it develops into something else, then it develops into something.
I got a way we can express this. Anybody here made a guy wait a month to have sex with him? Anybody?
Absolutely, too.
Every man.
Made a guy wait a month to have. Okay, beautiful. Go, ready? Okay, ready? Ladies. Have you ever had a guy you did not make a month of the same lady? Say any guy that you met immediately and had sex with him? Yeah. Oh, interesting. Okay, but this other guy you made wait a month. Got it.
I'm not interested in something long term.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm not sure what you mean. All right, let's listen to Rose. Go ahead, introduce
For me,
yourself.
though, if a guy doesn't have sex with me, I don't think he likes me because, like, back in my past, like, when guys didn't want to have sex with me, and obviously I don't want to project or anything, but back in the day, when they didn't want to have sex with me, I'm like, this guy doesn't like me. I better get away from him because I'm not a creep. And that's what I think. I'm like, I better back up.
But men also have.
But that doesn't mean.
No, men have sex with women they hate.
What you're dealing with.
Yeah, I know. I just
like that's.
This is the answer I hear all the time. It's like, I want to know what I'm dealing with. Yeah. So this is the thing. Like, we can look at women and we see a shape and we're like, that'll probably work. You know, just make sure she has 2 X chromosomes and we're good. But like for you guys, you see us and you don't know if we're going to be creepy, stalker, micro penis, terrible in bed. Like, you have all these imperfect pieces of information, which is why I recommend to men have a bunch of like female friends or let them see your ex-girlfriends. And if you do that, then generally women are like, okay, that, you know, something works there. And that's also the reason why men who are single fathers, women find that attractive more so than the other way around because it's proof of concept. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, actually, guys, move 6 inches to your right because I was wrong. The screen was actually done incorrect. It's my fault. It's my fault. Not anyone else's fault.
But look, Mike, so it was this girl, like, she do OnlyFans, tattoos, skinny, you know, attractive woman, and she kept texting me.
Why are you going after Anissa? She's right here.
She kept texting me and like, you know, I don't know if I'm ready to meet you. I got all this going on. Maybe next month. I'm just like, I never responded because I'm like, okay, I forgot about her, right? And then we finally hook up and all that, and then I forgot about her after we hooked up. She hate me right now, but she keep wanting to blow me up to come see her because it's like, damn, she made me wait a month, but I didn't know she made me wait a month. Yeah, I forgot about her. Now she constantly blowing me up like, motherfucker, oh my God, I hate you, I want to see you, like whatever. But it worked because it's like the same thing.
Like, by the way, I want you guys to listen to what he just said, and now I want you to think of there's 2,000 people watching this right now. There's 2,000 people watching this right now. I want you to think of the men right now who tried the chivalry route. They did everything that their mom, their church, and Disney told them, and they just heard him say, I forgot about her, and now she wants to hit me up all the time.
That's how
Do
it
you
works.
understand? Do you understand where confusion can come from? When you guys when I keep listening to male panderers tell me one thing, and then I see guys like what he's saying right here work. And by the way, it wasn't nefarious. He just forgot that she fucking existed.
She thought she made me wait, and I forgot about it.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you doing like the door holding and like all of this chivalry, which I think actually is synonymous with respect? Like, are you showing your respect because you want a return on it?
Of course, you're making my point for me. That's exactly right.
Because it's a reflection of who you are.
And if she can sense that, then it makes you look even worse.
Yes.
You make you look even worse.
Yes. But I also think like there's so many factors that come into play. Like, I think anyone can get married, anyone can get laid, anyone can do whatever.
Not anyone can get laid. Not anyone can
well,
get laid. A third of men have no chance of getting laid.
If they got some money.
Touchdown.
I got some homies.
Editor.
But I think what you
That's
need
the clip.
I think what you need to factor into is what is the target.
$5 million.
Yeah. Because like I don't know this girl. No, I'm sure she is beautiful, but to me she sounds like she's unhealthy and she sounds like she's masculine. So yeah, maybe there are women who you can treat like shit and they'll start blowing you up, but that's not the girl you want to get.
Yeah, I'm not looking to get, but that's because I'm not looking to get. That's why they want me, because I'm not looking to get.
You guys are making great points, but you remember what I said before about this 20% of men who have a lot of access to women, and then this 80% who doesn't. You're telling a man who gets no right swipes. The average guy on a dating app gets 6 matches per every 1,000 right swipes. 0.6% for a match. A woman gets 10% matches. The average woman. You guys probably get way more than that, more than 10%. So 6 matches for every 1,000 right swipes. And you're telling a man that desperate, that's that hot girl that wanted to fuck you, that's not the one you want. He's listening to you like, what are you saying? A hot girl wants to have sex with me and you're sitting around, I want to worry about her daddy issues? I don't give a shit. Finally, a woman wants to go out with me. That's how they feel. But you guys, you have to remember, the guy that you know who's with the blue eyes, with the Bugatti, he's not who we're talking to. We're talking to the other men, the male men that you didn't even see. The guy who gave you your Chick-fil-A, who is invisible to you. That's who I'm talking to. That guy doesn't have the options because he doesn't know how to generate attraction to even be picky enough to say, wow, this super hot girl is mentally unhealthy and I need to stay away. He doesn't have when you're starving, bro, French fries look healthy to you, bro. When you're starving, you'll eat insects. I know I was in the military, so during survival school, I'm eating ants. I'm like, I would never eat ants. I'm eating ants. I'm eating fucking worms and shit. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so fucking hungry. It's so crazy when you're starving. And you guys don't understand the amount of sexless men in this country is just astronomical. It's growing every year. And then you go to AVN. And do you know what you saw at AVN? You saw robots, female robots, and they're so nice to you. Hi, you are very cute. You are very cute.
Okay, but women then I feel like because they're not getting laid.
Yes.
Like men buy into like the OnlyFans because I would never pay for porn.
$6.6 billion in OnlyFans revenue last year.
Yeah, no.
$6.6 billion.
And I want to know how much come from men because I would never personally pay.
100%, 99%
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would never personally pay for porn or anything.
Anissa, who'd you subscribe to this week? What are you talking about? Who come from men? All of it came
and
from
that's
men.
what I'm saying is if I believe that fact that you're telling me, I don't know for real.
Yo,
but
99% of pornography is consumed by men, and that includes homosexual men. Homosexual men, so even lesbian women don't watch porn to the level. It's a men thing. It's a testosterone thing. It's not a man-woman thing.
Yeah.
I have a question because, like, I'm bi, so like. But I'm like, I know that I'll be with a man, but I'm just curious. Like, I just like fooling around with the girls, with the guy. And like, that's all I wouldn't do a threesome with like 2 men. I would do it with a guy and like more girls. Like, cause that would turn me on.
Put a 1 in the chat if you want to meet her.
But the question.
Instagram is in the description. Her Instagram is in the description.
But the question was, oh God, where was I?
We've all the guys in the chat. All the guys in the chat forgot their question too after you said you were bi. All the guys forgot as well.
Lesbian. So so there's a difference. I think that where so I'm into, as far as like women, I'm kind of into the mask. Like women, like just kind of curious about that. But then I'm also curious about like other women. But I noticed that there's a difference between mask and like fake mask, and they're tomboy chicks. And tomboy chicks are just, they've been like that their whole life. And I almost wonder.
Yeah, there's some data on this, yeah.
I wonder if the girls that are masculine are trying to make it happen and be like that, but they're just not, like, that's just not who they are, like inside.
Yeah, so we say, I'm curious, anybody else here is bisexual, if you agree with this, we say like there's a 50% line. So for men in general, and they've done studies on this, it's very rare to find a truly bisexual man. Very rare. Occasionally you'll find it. When men claim to be bisexual on dating apps, they only message men. So this is a eHarmony study. They did this. It was only message men. When women claim to be bisexual, it was 50% men and 50% women that they message. And the way that I said it, because one of my exes was bisexual, is would you go down on another woman? If you would, that's above 50%. Mm-hmm. If we're talking like 10%, like you're 10% bisexual, this is a girl who like literally has to be messed up on Molly and Coca-Cola and all this other stuff. And it's like one time in Ibiza, like she has a threesome with her man and she forgets the whole thing. Whereas I've gone out with girls before, they're literally tolerating penis just so that they can get hot girls to come home with them as a couple. They're way more into women than men. They just vaguely tolerate men. I see Sonia's nodding her head here. Some women. So a woman who's very much into women and tolerates men, I would put her at a 90%. And then a woman is like, I would never even kiss a girl unless I was drunk at my birthday party. I'd put her at a 10%. And women are somewhere different on the scale. Yeah. So for me, above 50% is you would go on a date with a woman with no man present, and you might go down on a girl. That's above 50%. That's just the way. That's the way I try to ration it. Does anybody? I mean, anyone disagree with that?
No, that's true. I saw a meme once that said
talking on the mic.
It was a tweet, and it said, if you are 95% into men and 5% into girls, I hate to break it to you, but that's bisexual. Like, no.
Interesting.
There's levels. It is because you're not.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying what we found is, from an evolutionary standpoint, women tend to have a spectrum, and men it's binary.
But there's levels to it, and and I see it all the time where girls are like, no, I'm straight. No, I'm straight, and I'm like, I just watched you kiss her. Just because you're drunk doesn't mean if you were straight.
Oh, so you're talking about the negative stereotype of being bisexual. By the way,
I'm just commenting.
She's talking about negativity here.
She's saying it's a woman who's clearly not straight saying she's straight. She's in denial.
Well, I'm just
I mean,
saying,
I think I'm straight, and I obviously kiss him at sex.
You
with
kiss
a
women?
woman.
Stop it. Stop it, Sonia. No way.
Like I'm under, but I agree with you. Like I'm under the 50% thing.
Yeah.
I will never go on a date.
There's
I mean, I
levels.
will not say never, but I not that I'm under the 50% line.
Do you enjoy it more if she's
We're
more
like 40.
attractive? Or do you not care?
If I enjoy, of course.
You enjoy it more if she's more attractive?
Or if she's more attractive than me.
No, just in general. You look at her, you have a choice between two women you're going to film with. The one who's more attractive, would you enjoy it more because she's more attractive? So you have to think about it.
I will not say enjoy, but I will pick the pretty one for sure.
Well, that's also going to probably make you more money. But in general, like for instance, like I'm
not always,
like,
because if you are the prettier one, you're more likely to attract like a subscriber and stuff like this.
Yeah.
But I will rather do it with the prettiest one because I'm not lesbian actually.
Yeah.
So I'm like, like I want the prettiest one.
Interesting.
So that's my point. It's like it's so many.
Like,
so many people are like, I'm straight, and you're like,
as a straight man, if I get hit on by
right. If you're a really straight guy, you're not going to be caught drunkenly making out with.
Yeah, of course,
a dude.
of course. But here's what I'm saying. I'm curious what you guys think as well. As a straight man, if a dude hit on me, I'm just as if he's ugly or good looking. I don't care.
Right. That's being
If Chris
straight.
Hemsworth hit on me, I'd be just. It would just.
Well, I'm a little bit lesbian.
It would not create, but I would be just as uneasy as an ugly person. I don't care. It's like there's no like level a man could be so good looking that I'd be okay with it. Am I crazy? I just don't think it makes no difference. Okay. Yes, I might be flattered. I might be flattered, but I'm not gonna be like less weirded out by it. I'm gonna be exactly as weirded out no matter what he looks like. That's just me.
Is it his approach?
If you suck one dick, what does that make you?
I do get dudes that be like, man, what's up with you? I'm like, my dog, I appreciate you. My dog, look, my man's look. Have a good night, my boy. I'm about to slide up out of here. Go ahead. I'm honored. I appreciate.
I have a question
you,
though.
but
Is it his approach? Because like sometimes when guys hit on us, whether they're attractive or not, I get weirded out.
Yeah, I know.
His approach, yeah.
Yeah.
But also for men, this is going to be a little controversial. Our masculinity is tied to our heterosexuality, and your femininity is not tied to your heterosexuality. Does that make sense? You can be fully feminine and kiss a woman. It's difficult for a man, especially perceived by society, to kiss another man and be seen as fully masculine.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Just keep your eyes open.
I mean, it's really gay to kiss a man. It's really gay to kiss a man.
I love it. The girl from Montreal is like, it's pretty gay to kiss a man. Yes. Agreed. It is pretty gay.
I have a question for you, for the guys.
Yeah.
My question is what do men like, okay, so there's obviously like this fantasy of like, oh my gosh, like I would love like my girl with another girl. But what is the man's thoughts in a sense where if he does see like, whoa, my wife, or she's really liking this thing, like, but she likes me too, like, whoa, like, that, like, is that like a turn on, or is it like, do they get nervous, or
do men get nervous? Is that what you're asking?
Do they get jealous or nervous?
I want to Trey to answer this before me.
Look, I got somebody I talked to, and she love women. I say you can have a whole relationship, and I will not give a fuck. I travel. I'm busy. Do your thing. Enjoy yourself. When I pull up, I ain't even got to be involved. Do your thing. You know what I mean? I'm chilling, and it turned into that. You feel me? When I pull up, it's like they doing their thing, they talking, they got their whole situation. I don't give a fuck. It's like it is what it is. You feel me? Like. Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's how it is. It's like when
it's the woman you're in love with?
I mean, it's a woman that I've been with for a minute, and it's like if she did find a relationship, I don't care at all.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
If she found a relationship with another man, would you care?
Of course.
Of course I would. Yeah, of course. I'm out. I'm sliding. I'm out.
So his answer is exactly the same as mine. If I'm dating a girl and she wants to have relationships with other women, I don't mind at all. I'll literally give him my credit card. Absolutely
No, you really don't love her.
Here's the reason why. It's almost like an explanation from physics where you have two different planes that don't meet. like a lesbian relationship and my heterosexual relationship with her, they're in completely different planes. They're not even in competition. If anything, me letting her have this might make our relationship more fun, but it's the same thing. They always want me to join in eventually because they love me. This is a really big double standard, but it's just very different. When a woman is with a woman, I just don't, guys. LGBT community, they start saying that they're ostracized and discriminated against. You want to know who is not discriminated against at all, at all? Bisexual women. Bisexual women are not discriminated against. We'll have a parade.
They are, but in a different sense.
Bisexual women are discriminated when they're on a boat.
We love everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, but
bisexual women are like, oh my God, my life is so hard on this boat.
Everybody. Well, it depends what they look like.
Oh shit! Are you not worried about a woman stealing your woman?
Then it was meant to be. So the thing is,
why not let her?
Anyone who leaves my company is doing me a favor. Anyone who wants to leave a relationship with me is doing me a favor. Mm-hmm. Staying in a relationship with me you don't want to be in is not doing me or you a favor. I take my credit card out, spit on it, and charge it to the game. I don't give a fuck. If you want to be with someone else, I have enough abundance in my life for you to leave. And if you found your relationship with a woman to be so fulfilling that you wanted to leave me, even though I was totally fine with it, then says more about you than me. I gave you a safe place to have a relationship. Okay. And for whatever reason, it's probably because I'm around so many women who are like that tend to be more attracted to me. Those are the girls who end up wanting to go out with me. And it works out because I don't like to lie. I never lie. And when I'm dating a woman who's attracted to women, I can just tell them everything and it's totally fine. It's terrific. So what I said before about the 90% thing, I've been objectified. I've had women I've gone out with before who really don't like men that much and they've been totally objectified by them. And they straight up told me, they're like, I am just using you so that we can have threesomes with super hot girls that you know. And you want to know what I thought about it? Sounds good to me. I don't give a shit. I was totally fine. I'm 2 thumbs up. I don't care. I'm a man. I don't mind being objectified ever. It never bothers me. That's different between men. That's a difference between men and women. I don't care about being objectified.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this.
Hold on.
Let me ask you this.
I want to hear what she has to say. Hold on.
But what's the distinction between losing your girl to a man and losing them to a woman? Because if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
So I will tell you, if I lost her to a man, it would definitely hurt more because my male ego would be in competition with other men. But she would still be the fucking platinum. Cha-ching, charge it to the game. Do not care. When someone leaves you, they're always doing you a favor. Always. When someone cheats on you, they're doing you a favor, unless you take them back. Then they're not doing you a favor. But you need to let them go. Guys, abundance. Rule number 3 in MOA. Abundance is always the answer. Unless you have a heroin addiction. Then it's not the answer. But other than that, abundance is always the answer. You should be able to replace your social life, your girlfriend, and your fucking job in 15 minutes. You should know enough people and have enough abundance where that's not a problem. And when you do, the crazy thing is, nobody wants to leave you because you have abundance. It's crazy. I used to tell my ex, I'd be like, if you're going to cheat on me, make sure he's good looking. Do not embarrass me. Okay? Make sure it's some like super hot male model. Do not cheat. And she would get so mad because I wasn't jealous. I didn't get jealous because if she wanted to leave, then it was time to go. That's the only thing. Slavery was outlawed January 1st, 1865. Unless you live in Texas, then it was June 19th, 1865. and the last time I checked, it says nobody can own anybody else. If she wants to go, charge it to the game, let her go.
What do you think's more lesbian pornography? Do you think it's more popular with men or with women?
I like women. I like lesbian porn, but
who do you think it's more popular with?
Women. All porn is women. That's the only type of porn that I can get off.
It's definitely men.
Definitely men. Yeah,
it's definitely men.
But
yes.
It's interesting because like that lesbian porn is the only porn that I can get off to, and sometimes I get mad about it in a sense where I'm like, God damn it, like I never can get off to male porn. But I think it's because like if I have a partner, I'm attracted to the partner, and then I watch the lesbian porn, and that's
did you
just
start your own podcast? Like this is great.
Oh,
this is all great.
So
just do it. Start your own podcast. It sucks because I'm so attracted to men and women at the same time. What do I do? I don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do because sometimes like I get mad at myself. Like I'll be like, damn it, I just masturbated this fucking video again as a girl, and I'm like, God, what would a future boyfriend?
That's what Steffi tells me all the time. She's so
mad.
I just masturbated.
Yeah, I know. Like so mad. I'm like, yeah, I think like, oh my God, my boyfriend or my husband, he's gonna think I'm gay, and I don't know. It's like this shame.
Was it angry masturbation?
The only people who are never discriminated against are bisexual women. They do not belong in LBGT. They do not belong. They are not.
I will tell you that almost every guy I've dated has had My ex flipped a fucking chair.
That he is a closet homosexual.
But I think he's just more in his feminine energy, and that's a big.
That's
chunk
another
of
word for
men.
in his feminine energy.
Big chunk of men. They don't like that. But I understand it. Because
I don't understand it or like it. And you want to know the worst piece of scum on the planet? The worst. People I do not abide by. I'm not judgmental, but if your girl brings other women home and you still cheat on her, you are a piece of shit. You are making it worse for me and everybody else. And there is a special place in hell for you next to people who touch children. Bro, you are the worst type of person if you do that. No, if your girl brings women home, you need to if you need to break up with her, but don't cheat on a girl who does that. We should be rewarding that. We should not be punishing that behavior.
Yeah, because the girl told me like her exes didn't like that she brought the girls home. I said, try that with me and see what happens.
Seriously, let's see what happens. Let's see how that works out.
I'm like, look, all right, bet, come on. So
now the reason why lesbian porn is more popular with men than it is with women is because two women getting after it is double the chances of reproduction right there. That's why guys like it so much.
Zero if you're watching it on a screen.
They have no problems with if they see two guys going after it. That's revulsion and that's disgusting because there's no chance of there being any kind of reproduction that goes along with that. So when you were asking that question, would you rather have your wife or your girlfriend or whatever cheat with a woman or a man? And he's like, well, if it's a woman, hey, cha-ching, let's charge it up. But if it's a guy, I have a problem with that. Why? Because that guy could potentially impregnate that woman, and then that baby is now that reproductive opportunity is gone, and that's why you get upset when a guy does that. And that's also, and we were talking about this before, when a man cheats and a woman cheats, the guy is more fixated on the physical act because he wants to know, where'd you fuck? Was it in our bathroom? Was it in our bedroom? Did you get off? Does he have a bigger dick than I have? Like every detail is there. When it's the opposite, when it's women who cheat or when a man cheats, it's do you love her?
Ladies, the number that is too high for you to eventually marry a man. He's been with too many women. What is that number?
80.
80? What did you say?
80.
Say 80.
Yeah.
Nicole, what's the number?
I'm good.
It's too high.
Honestly, I haven't really given this much thought. Yeah, I don't really care.
General, what's the number? What's the number?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Okay. I haven't thought about this before. I'm going to say like 40 or 50.
It's so funny. Every guy has thought about this. 40 or 50?
Yeah.
Hey, welcome to Harris County. What the fuck? Welcome to Clark County. What are you doing here?
Because listen, if he's done that, he's obviously attractive.
No, agree. I agree with what you're saying, but do you know where you live? You said 40?
I know.
40?
I can't believe
Dude,
she said
your valet at the club hit 40 before he got here. 40?
But then men don't have sex.
That's crazy. 40? I know dudes in relationships that get 40. Are you kidding me? 40?
But I like
I'm not saying
more
you- but-
emotional men. I like a little more emotional.
Why? I don't know how you plan on doing
I
this.
respect that.
What's the number?
Right, Mike.
What's
Wait, 50 is you've been fucking.
Time out. 50 puts you in the top 5% of men. Go ahead. What are you saying?
I don't ask questions.
You don't ask questions? There we go. What do you think?
Same. I don't ask questions.
Do you guys, I love this real quick. What do you think? What's the number that's too high?
Gosh, I probably would say 50, but
50?
honestly,
fun
ignorance
at
is bliss. So.
Ignorance is bliss. Go ahead.
I'm the same. The only thing I factor in is how you're treating me and loving me. It's complicated enough. I feel like as long as it's 0, since it's been me.
Okay, go ahead.
Honestly, as long as you're clean, I don't give a fuck.
Okay. I want Sonya to be like 6. 6. If you've been more with 6, fuck you. Go ahead, Sonya.
Well, I'm married to someone that fuck like thousands of women,
Yeah.
so I don't have a number.
Okay.
Like they say, like I don't care.
Okay.
I know it anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm not judging. But
Grab the
it
mic.
depends-
Grab the mic.
It depends on how you are in bed. If you're not good, higher.
Isn't it funny?
If you're good,
Isn't it funny? You care more about how they are in bed than their body count. No, it's fine. Go ahead. And you already did
because I
this.
don't really
Guys, all right. I want to point this out.
By the way, that's the Sterling Cooper paradox
Yes.
right there. I
Yeah,
gotta
okay, so
point
here's
that
the thing,
out.
guys.
Yes.
Here's the thing. These stereotypes about men caring more about body count and women caring less are perpetuated just as much by women because you guys don't care. That's the point. You don't care, and we do care. And the reason why we do care is and I say this on every show in case Mac and Murphy or Alex from Date Psych or William Costello is watching. I say this on every show. When men are more promiscuous before marriage, they're more likely to cheat, and when women are more promiscuous before marriage, they're more likely to cheat. However, it affects women more, and the data is clear on this. When women have more sexual partners before they're married, they're even more likely to cheat than men are, because it doesn't affect them the same way. Men, guys, I know that some of you have had decontextualized, meaningless sex with men before, but not to the level that a man has. Man, I mean, if you understood, like, they don't even know their name. It was dark. They were in a room.
Absolutely not. Some of their names either.
Okay.
Like I'd be thinking like a man something.
They feel a hand, so like.
No, I'm sorry, but like I kind of think.
We played a game called "Who's in My Mouth." We haven't. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. Don't clip that. I would never.
You played that game.
I haven't. I have friends who went to hedonism in Jamaica. I heard that's a game they play.
I think I don't care about how much girls like a guy's been with. I've got this weird thing because I think it's the gay thing in me. It's because like I'm kind of like a cuck in a sense where like I like it when a guy like has sex with a girl that's prettier than me, and then I'm like, oh my god, he came back to me. Why? Like, what's wrong? Wow, I must have done something great. Like, you know, I get all excited. That's what I think.
All right, we're going to be putting her IG in the description.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys
get started.
And it's like. Yeah, like when they're like, oh, like they were with another girl, I'm like, ooh, like, you know, like, wow, but you're back here, you know, like, that's, whoa, I must be good, like, or something. I don't
Does
know.
anyone? You guys are kind of laughing. Does anyone have an opposite experience to that? Anyone? Guys?
What would be the opposite?
So her experience is that she saw her man having sex with someone she thought was more attractive to her, and it turned her on. That he then came back to her.
Yes, I get self-esteem.
Does anyone have? She gets self-esteem from that. Does anyone have the opposite experience?
So
Go
the
ahead.
experience of someone that was.
So it's like
ugly.
you would see someone that you think is more attractive than you, and you'd be upset that they were together. You wouldn't get self-esteem from it.
I think that's because I've been cheated on in hella relationships.
Okay.
So obviously, like if I want my like type of loyalty is like the weekend type of loyalty. Like if I OD, I want you to OD right behind, like right beside me. Like that's my loyalty because I've been fucked up so many times.
Got it.
So if I saw my man with another bitch and he came back to me, I just think you're easy, like accessible. I don't like that.
Shout out to Easy Men, that's for sure. I just love how, like when you were like, I live in Las Vegas, 40. A guy's been with 40. I'm like, I don't know a single. There's like,
That was cute.
like I think in order to get hired as a busser for Tao Group, you got to get to 40. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
crazy.
I just live here.
40, just nuts. All right.
I said we're 50.
Real quick. The numbers. So we don't have to go around. For women, top 5% is 16 sexual partners.
Oh, wow, that's low. Wait.
I like how everybody averages themselves.
That's a
Can we get the line
national
screen here?
average.
The national average for women is 16 sexual partners in the top 5%.
Wait. So
One more time, let's say it. Can we make sure we see their
Wait, I'm
faces?
confused on the math part. Oh, wait. Okay, so wait, is this like guys only want girls that been with like 16 people?
No, what I said was if we stratify the number of sexual partners that men and women have, the bottom is 0. You can't go below 0, but the top is however many, whatever Bonnie Blue had.
Okay.
The answer is in the mean for women it's about 5, and then the top 5% of women have had 16 sexual partners.
That's a lot.
We are overachievers.
It's so funny. Yeah, in the same sentence, she
right,
said
wait.
that's a lot.
I have a
and
question.
she goes, that's a lot, and we are overachievers at the same time.
I have a question for you.
Now what's the top 1%? What's the
Top
top
1% of
top 1%?
1% of women is 35 sexual partners. The top 1% is 35. It got quiet as shit in here all of a sudden. What happened? What is this?
For you, Sartain?
That's what you start
As long as you
flexing
love
on.
me
God, I
and
have-
let me play PS5, I don't give two shits.
No, seriously. Does body
Mike.
count matter to you?
Huh?
Does body count matter to you?
What's your number?
I would have to.
Let's ask your number. What do you,
Wait. This is good.
Question. Okay, I'll go fuck myself.
Okay.
That's fine. I'll wait.
To me, that is, it's probably too high. The thing for me is like, I would need to see after being friends with you or knowing you for a while, how do you react to stimulus? If every single dude who's an influencer message you on IG and you write them all back, or if it's a situation where you got to go on girls' night all the time, or it's like you need to work out. Shout out, I love these guys, Fit Club LV, or you need to work out at Dragon's Lair, you need to work out at these places because there's all these influencers there. If you need that much stimulus, it's probably not going to work in combination with you been with 35, which puts you in the top 1%. That would be my issue. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. Do you ask?
No, but I can generally, you generally always tell me. Every girl I've been with, it just tells me.
Really?
Yeah. The other question is men. I'm sure you guys are wondering. So the top 5% for women was 16. The top 5% for men is 50. Yes.
Top 5% is 50?
50. Top 5% is 50.
Okay. What's the...
Top 1% is 150.
And this is averaging out with all the men who just don't have sex at all.
Yes. Yeah.
That's insane.
So because it's logarithmic, so
Top
you
five
you can't go below
Top five are fucking.
because you can't go below zero.
Yeah.
Because you can't go below zero, the mean and median are always different. So the median is 15 and the mean is 5. There's so many zeros. There's so many zeros.
Mike, Christy has a question for
Go
you.
ahead.
No, it's fine. It's over and done with. I was just gonna ask. I was just gonna ask, what is the body? Not that we care, but what was the body count that men prefer women to have?
6.
What?
Yeah, he said 6. I've heard 3, 4, 5, 6, somewhere around there. And then if you look at
So I'll keep it at 6.
The institute of what is it? The Peterson Institute did that one study, and it was like
it was IFS as well.
Yeah, the IFS did one, and then the institute there was a different one where it's like once you got above 20 sexual partners, the likelihood of you staying happy in a relationship was like 1 in 6. It was like 16, 17%. That's what it was. Now, I mean, everybody's different, but yeah, that's generally the way it works. The other thing that happened is for marital happiness. This is a crazy one. Once you got above 10, men actually got happier. When men had more sexual partners. And once women got above 10, their marriages were not as happy. Again, please do not take this as a prescription for your life. Please, that's not what I'm trying to do here.
We are translating data to
we're
you
just
right
translating
now.
data. I'm not telling you how to live your life. But generally what happened is as virgins actually have a marital satisfaction like 75%. And then as they started having more and more sexual partners before they got married, it went down, down, down. And then there was a point where for women, once it got above 10, it plummeted. And for men, it actually went up a little bit. So men who've been with like 20 women before they get married actually had a happier marriage. And men or women who had been with like 20, 30 actually had a hard time staying happy in a marriage. Again, this is not a prescription for your life. Please do not blame me. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think men are happier knowing that they can fuck, though. That's, I think,
to your point, in evolutionary psychology textbooks, they go over this concept, which is when women have casual sex, it tends to, on average, hurt their self-esteem. When men have casual sex, it tends to help their self-esteem.
Women regret the sex they had, and men regret the sex they didn't have. Simple as that. I wanted to also point out, like when she was talking here about like it doesn't matter to you as long as he's good in bed. That's the Sterling Cooper paradox, which is if you know a woman's body better than she knows her own body, it means you know how to fuck. It means that you have been rewarded many times before to learn how to be good in bed. So therefore, the conclusion is that this guy was rewarded with sex from a lot of other women. So the necessity to ask what's your body count is irrelevant because you don't care because he's good in bed. So he must have been fucking before.
In game,
or you're just paying attention.
Yeah, learning.
Sure.
It goes both ways.
Let's see. If you're a virgin and you need to pay attention, it's probably just some really good porn before you get to actually doing it.
But if you're really good in bed, and then I ask you your body count, and you tell me 3,
I'm not believing it.
I'm not.
No.
Yeah, but some guys are in long relationships
that's
though.
actually true.
Like some guys are in long relationships. I know a guy who was in a 9-year relationship with one girl, and that's why he was so good in bed.
And
with his
also
partner.
maybe a somewhat like open relationship. Maybe you're experimenting. Like
she forgot about. She forgot about long-term relationships.
You can tell when a guy is watching.
Somebody can have sex with one person for 9 years. That's crazy.
Also, it might be like a somewhat open relationship. You might
Hold on, wait.
experimenting,
Crosstalk. Go ahead.
Go, Lee.
So if you tell me it's 3, if it's really 3, I'm not going to judge you. Like that's all right. That's
For sure.
Cool. If you tell me it's 300,
as long as you know what you're doing.
There's this thing in game theory. It's actually like a course you can. It's something you can major in college called game theory. There's this thing called prisoner's dilemma. There's this other thing called the banker's dilemma. The way the banker's dilemma works is banks loan money to people who need it the least and don't loan money to people who need it the most. People who need the money the most are the least likely to pay the money back. People who need the money the least are the most likely to pay it back. Men who have had the least amount of sex and want it the most are the ones you're going to have the worst sexual experiences with. The men who have had the most sex with the most women are the ones you're going to have. So the men who need the sex the least are the ones you're more likely to have sex with. This has to do also with mate choice copying in humans. So it's the banker's dilemma, but it's just with women.
I think it depends how many, though. If he's like, I've fucked 300 women, I'm like,
that's a lot.
That's crazy.
Holy
What a
shit.
crazy number. I don't think any man has ever had sex with 300 women. That's crazy. What a disgusting number.
It has to be an issue.
What a crazy number.
You're getting into a little bit of a problem.
problem yet.
I gotta hear why you did that and how you did that.
Wow. 300 days.
Yeah, I'll invite someone to dinner later, and they'll explain it.
I like it when
I
kind of.
Wait, stop. Go ahead.
I kind of become a little fascinated, like, because obviously I work at the brothel and like the Bunny Ranch and everything, but I've had sex with like over like 1,000 people. I've been doing sex for 11 years. So when a guy approaches me and he's like, I want to have sex with you, I'm like, whoa, you're a dangerous motherfucker. Like, whoa. Like, what?
Wait, why is he dangerous? Why is he dangerous? I don't understand.
Because like that's so taboo, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, that's taboo, and it's like what like, oh, okay, like you're fucking with me, okay? Well, let's get in the danger then. Like that's what I feel like, and I'm like, whoa, this guy's bold, this guy's dangerous. Like this is. He don't care.
I think you're bold. I don't
am pretty
think
bold.
there's any man here I know that's as
like
bold as you right now.
Yeah, like I'm accepting that I have two different sides in a sense where like when like I got in relationships, I'd be like, he's competing with me. I'm like, no, he's not competing with the feminine version of you. He's competing with the lesbian version of you. Like it's like because that lesbian version is just like crazy, and then all of a sudden like come home and like like.
You should do a show from the Bunny Ranch. I think you should do a live stream from the Bunny Ranch. It'd be pretty incredible. Let's just add to the degeneracy. That's what we're here for. No judgment. Do you want to try another video?
Yeah. No, as soon as she said 1,000 bodies, then like everybody in the chat just explodes. I can't believe it. Yeah. Welcome to Nevada, gentlemen. Prostitution is legal here.
It is in Nevada. 1% women. Looking for the dangerous motherfuckers.
I can't believe it.
Yeah, when I heard 150 per man, I'm like, dude, I know,
Vegas.
like, I don't know a single dude. Like, all the guys from Thunderfront and Under, they watch my podcast and I talk to them, and like, I don't think a single one of them's under 150. That's crazy.
I mean, they're strippers.
Yeah, but see, no, hold on. Did you see what you just said? She goes, but they're strippers though. Like, there's an excuse for it. I totally agree with you. But that's the point. It's like
they get a pass.
It seems reasonable.
I mean, like
And it's not like women are like, oh my god, he's been. It's like Claude from Perth has been with 1,000 women. I'm never gonna have sex with him now. I don't care. Chad, whatever, Chad or whatever, Steve or whatever their name is.
That's the name of my uncle.
Ryler.
Whatever.
so weird and creepy at the same time. All right, let's go.
Where do you want to go? What should we do?
Oh gosh, there's some really. Oh, let's do raw. Let's do that one.
Which one? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yes, everybody pay attention. This is a really good one.
All right. This is just for you, Mac. Sorry, Mac, and don't say we never talk about you. We do.
Protection with you. That's what's.
I'll start back up again. Hang on.
I'm a scientist studying human mating, and if you're more facially attractive, your mates are less likely to want to use protection with you. That's what's suggested by a line of research performed by Ella Thoreau and colleagues. In one study, they showed women a bunch of male faces, and they basically asked, how much would you want to sleep with this man if you were single? And if you were going to sleep with them, how likely would you be to use protection? More attractive male faces received more desire for mating, water is wet, and more interestingly, less desire for protection. These results are mirrored by a similar study by the same authors, which found that the same trend applies in men. And this also reflects a trend I've seen on social media where facially attractive men will receive comments from a small group of women who will post raw under them, which insinuates a preference for an unprotected interaction. Now, I know that these comments are meant in jest, but the fact that the joke is funny implies that we have some folk psychological understanding of the connection between beauty and intent to use protection. Of course, there's a pretty straightforward evolutionary story you could tell here, right? You could say that maybe at some level, human minds understand that conceiving with someone less attractive is in some sense more of a risk. But I think these results are more likely explicable by the proximate effect of enthusiasm for the interaction. Anyway, if you're an American who watches my content on TikTok, thank you for all the memories. This might be it. I don't know whether I'm going to be able to keep posting here, but I do know that this is a great opportunity to say thank you to everybody. This platform has completely changed my life. I've had so much fun sharing content with you guys for the past few years, and I'll continue to post elsewhere. So be sure to look me up.
Nice. Thank you, Mackin.
Yeah, goodbye.
Ladies, any comments on this? More likely to not use protection, the better looking they are. Does anyone agree with this? Have any thoughts?
I didn't know that.
So there's a bunch of women, they'll see a guy who's like really good looking and they write raw in the comment. They just write raw. That's what it means. Yes.
I would say based off my life.
Talk, guys. What do you think?
So men don't mind being objectified, right? Isn't that what you said?
I really do not mind being objectified at all. I'm sorry, I don't.
I prefer it.
Michael, I'm just to let you know.
I prefer it, yes.
I just find you physically attractive, and I think you're a complete asshole. Let's have sex. I'm like, okay.
That's the way I want it.
Seriously, I don't mind being objectified at all. Anybody else?
Is that the same for like guys to women?
I will definitely
Yes,
say. I will say probably
100%.
yes. Yeah. I would say, especially if you're Nick Cannon, I would say yes.
I love Nick Cannon.
Well, you know, Nick Cannon would probably love you. He's had babies with 3 of my friends. I'm pretty sure he'll probably make that happen.
13th baby mama, like I
You
don't
will?
care, because he's hot as fuck.
Well, Nick watches the show, and he actually. Well, I'll tell Nick right now to hit you up. Sound good?
Nick,
I'm sure your boyfriend will be happy about that.
I don't have a boyfriend.
Work out great.
Even if I had a boyfriend, he'd be cheating, so I don't give a
He'd be cheating anyway. They're gonna cheat anyway.
I don't give a
Might as well cheat with Nick Cannon. That makes sense. All of this makes so much sense, doesn't it? Isn't it fun? Again, guys, we're not here.
Anyone else?
You want to know the solution to all your male-female dynamic problems? There is no solution. If there was a solution, we all would have found someone when we were 17, married them, and been with one person the rest of our life. There's no solution. That's it. But while we're sitting here living in this malaise, this incredible this chaos, this tornado of just like this decrepity, this thing that we're living in, let's just make fun of it and have some fun and react to some cool videos and get some followers. That's all what we're going to do. Let's sit back and watch the Titanic sink. Let's all do it from the safety of the lifeboat. Do we have another video?
Now, I was going to ask you, so evolutionarily speaking, why do you think that is?
Oh, it's exactly what he said. Of course he's right. Like the proclivity to have good-looking children like outweighs almost everything, more than intelligence. Intelligence is overrated when it comes to when we actually look at what people choose, because it's really hard. And by the way, plastic surgery is really going to screw this up. The proclivity to have for women to want to have good looking, again, there's this weird thing, I can't remember if it's a theory in evolutionary psychology or if it's been tested, but the idea of women having sex with more promiscuous men actually helps them having offspring, because if you have sex with a man who's more promiscuous and he has more promiscuous male children, they're more likely to give you grandchildren. Do you understand? So promiscuity for some women is attractive, and then also men being very physically attractive or being very ambitious, you're going to have more ambitious, attractive, assertive, dominant children, which actually gives you a higher likelihood of having grandchildren. Does that make sense?
Like parents want to see their kids get married and things like that.
For sure.
So obvious.
And so you'll notice, like my mother always has comments on the physical attractiveness of the girls that I date.
I mean, like
And the humongous boob jobs. But other than that, she doesn't really care about the other stuff.
With the whole Nick Cannon comment, like saying like the 13th baby mama, obviously that's a joke, but also I was raised by an independent mom who raised me and my sister. So I feel like if kind of like Bree from Selling Sunset, she's the same kind of mindset. Like she had a kid with Nick Cannon, but she's fine raising the baby.
She's
on
actually
her
one of my
own.
friends that I told you.
I love Bree.
I went to her birthday party 2 years ago.
because she is fine raising a kid on her own because she knows she has good morals. She knows how she wants her kids raised. Like I agree with that. So like I don't know. Yeah.
I have a different take on this. Hold that thought. I have a different take on this. I think it's opportunity cost is what it is.
Okay.
I agree with you about the sexy sense theory. Got that. No doubt. But what Mackin is, I think he's referring to here, maybe he was, I don't think he was, maybe he's just incomplete about it. But I think that if there is an opportunity for a good-looking guy and a good-looking girl to get together, and they're not in a relationship and it's a one-night stand, it's the same night lay or something like that, a likelihood of using protection is less because hypergamy can't afford to miss that opportunity of having sex with that guy. And so therefore that's why it's less likely to happen. So it's opportunity, it's almost economic.
I would feel like that would be more prevalent in men than women though. Because men having, like, you think about
but yet it's women who are saying raw.
Yeah, but if you think of but it's men who are going raw.
Well, yeah.
If you think
I'm good, let's go.
If you think of a Pleistocene like male who lives in Africa, he's just more likely to have sex with whoever,
ejaculate and evacuate,
than the woman is who actually she understands if she has a baby with the wrong person, then it's ostracized. She can be ostracized, and that's a death sentence. So I definitely think there's a little bit of difference there. So,
but I'm saying that because he brought up the fact that it's a sort of a proximate goal rather than an ultimate goal, because you're not really thinking I want to have kids with this guy that I just met at fucking Zook right now. You're not thinking there's proximate goal.
Women literally say that to me, so I don't know. Maybe you are.
There's proximate goals and there's proximate goals and there's ultimate goals. So it's like
babies.
So the proximate goal is she's hot and I want to tap that ass. The ultimate goal is I want to have babies with this person, right? And so nobody at Zook is thinking I want to have babies babies with this person right now. That's not some cognitive thing that's going on. It's she's hot and he's hot. We're aroused. Let's go.
Anissa, Steph, have you guys got marriage proposals from work?
No.
Night of.
No, actually, no.
Yeah. I work in health insurance, and I do.
I don't know.
Different game.
Oh my god.
I feel like if anything, guys are
Hold
scared.
on. Hey, guys, listen. Time out. Go ahead, Steph.
Oh no, I was just saying. I feel like if anything, guys are kind of scared to talk to us. I need like at work. I feel like my clients are always like.
I've said this when you come to Vegas, a lot of guys will they're used to a certain type of girl, and you guys present yourself so much to the point that their brains cannot even conceive of you. Does that make sense?
What do you mean?
You're so outside their reality that their brains can't even conceive of you. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what when I first moved here, that's how I felt about the cocktail servers. I was like, yeah, that's not even in. There's furniture. They're so attractive. I don't feel that way now. Sorry, but back then that's how I felt for sure when I first moved here.
Yeah.
First time I came to Vegas and I walked around and I went to the Rhino and I went to a bunch of these nightclubs and I saw the cocktail servers. I was like, these women are perfect. But that's how I felt. Remember, I'm a first lieutenant in the U.S. military. These are the most beautiful women I'd ever seen in my life. And I feel like for a lot of guys, they come out here and it's so outside their reality of realism, they're afraid to talk to you.
Yeah, it depends on where they're from.
Or they'll literally say anything.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit.
They'll say anything, yeah. Literally anything. We have another. Hold on, let me see.
Wait, hey, Mike, I want to add something to that real quick. So for example, I had a girl that I hooked up with. She was looking through a trash can trying to see if I threw the condom away type shit, trying to find it. And I was like, oh shit,
hot sauce.
Right?
Got to use hot sauce.
You know what I mean? And attractive woman, right? But then when
I found the condom from your guys.
yeah, looking through the trash can, I wake up what the fuck? But then when I hook up with a hot college girl, I'm like, damn, she bad, but I don't know her like that. Never heard from her again. I'm like, red flag. You know what I mean? Never heard from her. So I'm like, she can go live her life. I'm good. You know what I mean? I wasn't looking for trying to not use protection for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah.
We should I'm sure all of us use protection all of the time, and everyone who's watching this, you should always use protection all the time. I'm sure that's what we all do 100% of the time. Got it? Cool.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you think girls who are single should have a box of condoms at their house, or should a guy just bring condoms with them?
I think she should.
I'm actually curious about this.
I don't know.
Should girls
I don't know anyone who uses protection ever. I don't know anyone who uses. Welcome to IUD University.
Okay, that's my point.
Be a
Because
lady,
a man
please,
came
yeah.
over and was like, "No, the fuck, I don't got any."
He has the dick. He's gonna carry the condom.
Exactly.
That's why I'm on birth control.
She's like
You
this.
get the condom. I think it's
He has the dick.
that is chivalry.
She's like,
bring the condom.
that. Look at Christy. There you go. Christy's like this. He has the dick. He has the dick. He should bring it over.
I think it's cool if he comes.
Hey guys, listen. Welcome to the city of IUD behind us. I don't know what you're talking about.
Chivalry is carrying your own condoms. Got it. Yes, I agree. There you go.
Cool to keep your own condoms, because if the guy just comes with one, you're like, oh, how old is that one? you don't know. He's got to come with a. He's got to come with a fresh box.
I don't wanna
It's got to be a fresh box, or you come with the fresh
Would
box.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Would subscribe to this podcast. That's very interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Also, if it breaks or
You guys ready? I need
You wanna
everybody
have sex
to
more
pay
than once?
very close attention to this one. Ready? Here we go.
No, it's in it. I ran out of boxes. I promise. It's in there. That's the last. It's inside of there. I promise.
Oh, okay.
It's in there. It's in there. I was trying to be thoughtful. I don't know. I thought that would be thoughtful.
What?
All inclusive, baby. All inclusive, baby. We going to Dubai on week. We going to Dubai. Merry Christmas. We going to Dubai. Look in it. The tickets is in there, baby. The tickets is in there. We finna be shaking out by New Year's. The tickets is in there. Look in there. Yeah.
What is this?
DNA test report. Yeah. 0% paternity probability. Yeah. Our son? Nah, yeah, that's not me. This right here say my son ain't my son. And you ain't even got nothing to explain, because this explained it already. Yeah, matter of fact, no, it's not. Go to the next page. I'm going to show you how much I'm joking. I'm going to show you divorce settlement agreement. Divorce settlement. I already pre-made it up. Divorce agreement. It's up. You know what that means. That means we over with. Get out my house. Get out my...
That is a setup.
Yeah, what's the Dubai thing? Yeah, but that's like she saw.
Okay, ready? One at a time.
He wanted to
Want to say
embarrass
something?
her.
Go ahead, Krista.
He wanted to embarrass her, like she embarrassed him.
Okay, anybody
right?
else?
Like,
I guess. I think that I was like, I don't know what the social media, like, I feel like people's relationships, they should always like stay like off of social media, but like dang, like, but I mean, I guess he was probably like, dang, he probably thought however long it was his kid, but also too, if someone like, example, like if I was a guy and a woman did that to me, and like, let's say I was earning all the money and I found out the kid wasn't mine, I'd be like, okay, well, I want like half custody. Like, so then I'm going to start a new, like, so we get 50-50, because I would feel bad for leaving the kid's life, because then I just leave, like, depending how long I've been in it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm confused if you were a woman and you found out the kid wasn't yours.
No, not the woman, a man, like a man.
Fortunately for you never have that
If I
problem.
was a guy and I dated like a woman for like 5 years and the kid was a part of my life and I found out who wasn't, I would divorce her, but I want 50% custody of her kid for myself and my own new marriage that I would probably get in.
Anybody else?
No,
Have any
thank
thoughts
you.
about this?
So nice of you.
No.
I mean, it would obviously be hard to remove yourself from the child's life, but I think in order
Yeah.
to like move on, like it would probably.
I don't like leaving kids like
But I think
lives
that-
because
I get what you're saying.
psychologically, like
No.
you're already in
Yeah.
there, so you don't want to leave. But so I'd be like, okay, I don't want to leave, but give me half custody, and if I'm paying for everything, then I'm gonna get it.
But
Like,
you would agree with the divorce part?
I would agree with the divorce.
Anybody
part.
here disagree with any of this? I'm just curious. There's a bunch of people out there. So there's actually in France, and there's actually other municipalities that are making it illegal for a man to ask for a paternity test. Yeah.
What?
Why?
Yep.
Why?
For situations like this, because they don't want to break up the family, and so the guy has
So they just let women lie.
the men have the legal responsibility or the legal privilege of being cucked. That's basically what the law is saying. There are several municipalities that are making this. So as a man, if I think my child is mine or not, I have the legal ability to ask for a paternity
In
test.
the United States, there's something very similar to
If
this.
it was
There are some places in the United States where you cannot.
Well, no. What it is if it is discovered by the medical professionals, whoever's doing the testing, whatever, that, like, for instance, like you need to do blood tests to find out whether or not the same genetic disease exists between the father and the kid or something like that. If the medical professionals find out that the birth father is actually not the birth father, not the biological father, they are by law required not to tell the man because they're worried that there will be retaliations because of that. They'll tell the wife or the mother of the child, and then it's up to her to decide whether or not she wants to sell it. Now, again, this is not because it's generally because because the medical industry needs to cover their ass, because if they do and the woman gets murdered as a result of that, now the hospital is on the hook for the money for all this stuff. So they're doing it for legal reasons, but it's still pretty fucked up.
Did you put that video for me?
We gotta do the. I wonder when.
Why would I put it for you?
No.
I'm curious as
I'm curious of the percentage of men that if, like, let's say the kid was 5 and he had for 5 years been with her, and then like what percentage of men would be like, okay, like I'm divorcing you, but I'm taking.
So
the kid
this is
too.
an interesting question. So you probably could petition the court if, say, for instance, the mother was
Bad mother.
addicted to drugs, whatever. You could probably petition the court for that. The issue is that you won't even get that far. There are several instances where a man has been in the child's life for 10, 15 years. They find out that it's not his, and the court continues to say he needs to pay child support because from the child's standpoint, that is his father. So that's the way to do it. So men, again, have the legal obligation to be cucked. That's essentially what the law says. Welcome to the United States, guys. Sorry.
I didn't know that.
Yay.
Yeah.
No, we
I knew
just
that. I
made
know
it
that
all
happened to
up.
somebody.
Oh, the red pill manosphere stuff is
so
just
sad.
made up. None of it's real. We're living in cope. Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good. We just made it up. Anyway, cool.
Where do you want to go?
Oh, we did that one. Oh, God, that one was crazy. Find your number.
But it's like if you're alone and you've got money and you have a kid and you can get a new wife, like, and I was a dude, I'd be like, cool, like I didn't like fuck it, like I'll take him, like, you know, that okay, you took from me, I'll take from you too, and like, and hey, I'll be cordial, but I'll have a new thing, and I'll be cordial, but but then that could be the lesbian in me that wants to take, like, like the competitive, like that's another thing, the masculine like side. So that's anything like there. So
I actually know of that story existing in real life.
Oh, really?
Talking on the mic.
Where somebody who was very, very well off, a father-in-law essentially, but yeah, he was with his wife for like 20 years and then found out when his son was like 25 that he wasn't his son.
Yeah.
But I mean,
what did he do?
I mean, to him, that was his son.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
there's
no
no
exact
point.
point.
That's
Yeah.
25,
But
yeah.
right.
I also
Right. And he, like,
would believe he
fought
would
for it.
probably have some knowledge, kind of probably figure out there may have been other children. Like I'm sure we can all agree that Khloe Kardashian, his father is O.J. Simpson, but like that. I mean, they're if you look at them, if you look at the three of them standing next together, it's like short Armenian girl, ogre, short Armenian girl. It's like, I'm sorry, is it just me? I'm sorry, it's pretty clear. Have you ever seen the pictures of Khloe Kardashian next to O.J. Simpson? Just go look at the pictures. You will lose your mind when you see that. It's insane. So, but yeah, I mean, like it's one of these things where I think you just kind of know, and he probably just accepted it.
Okay, so men just kind of know.
Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't.
It's intuitive. Yeah.
I've been knowing.
He had a dream.
Yes, he had a dream. Yes. I don't think the kid is mine.
She's
Yes.
an Aquarius.
Okay.
Well, let's just go from the top to the bottom. Let's just do them all.
Let's do this one.
Romance men one.
Yeah, we already
Then
got their
next
list.
week We'll
Sure,
get the ones
sure,
we
sure.
missed.
One woman out there that doesn't like a man spending money on her, spoiling her a little bit. What's up with this? Telling your woman you pay for the electric bill and I'll pay for the water. You call yourself a man? That's a coward. That's a weak man. Come on, a man is a provider. Provide, pay the bills, leave her money, let her go do a facial, let her do her nails, man. Be a man. Go out there, go to the mall, buy her a gift, man. Buy her a little bracelet, a necklace, some earrings. Let her know that you care about her. Show her some appreciation. Show some love. If you take care of the bills, man, the lady will take care of you. I promise you.
I feel like that
Okay,
dude.
ready, ladies?
There you
go. You already know what I'm going to say. Go ahead, ladies. What do you think?
I feel like that dude could also possibly kill you.
Yeah, well, it's not wrong. Like,
It's not wrong.
but it's.
Hey, look, I bought you all this nice stuff.
I feel that
You got
it's lying.
it.
You'll never cheat on me or leave me. I'm sure you'll never cheat on me or leave me.
He's lying just like the other guy.
Yeah,
Not
the
just
guy
on
that
the
was
other end.
victimized, like how.
He's basically advertising for sugar babies. That's what it looked like to me. Anybody else?
Don't you like want that for like your moms or like like other women? Like, don't you want them
For
to
sure.
be taken care of? Like, I want my dad to take care of my mom that way.
But also
you know
to have
what I mean?
other
Like,
expectations because I feel like he's like, oh, I'm gonna buy this and then still treat you like you know what I'm saying? I feel like
I've got a crazy idea.
That's not the first thing I'm
He's like,
looking.
this is what a man is just provide this and that's all he is. I don't believe. Yeah, no, I believe that should be part of it, but I believe, yeah.
How about this? I got a crazy idea. It's nuts. I'll probably get canceled for this. What if a woman? What if a woman wants to fuck me because she's attracted to me, and then once she shows me that she's attracted to me, then I may decide to spend money on her. What about that?
I think a book was written about that about
What a crazy
10,
idea.
12 years
What
ago.
about not using money as my only attraction trigger because I don't know how to, like, I don't know, cut my hair or talk, and the only thing I got going for me is money, and because the only thing I got going for me is money, the only way I can attract women is through money. Why don't I make
But
a
I don't think
video
there's anything
and start
wrong
talking
with
about, you know what, you spend money on her, that's it, you take care of her, she'll take care of you.
Do the right thing, Billy.
Do the right thing, Billy.
Do the right thing.
The problem is like what you said before. And what he's saying is a piece of what's right. He's not wrong. It's a piece of what's right. It's just the other 85% that he's missing is the genuine attraction that comes even if you don't
Okay,
spend
well,
money.
I think 85% is tough.
There we go.
Listen, I was having this
50%.
conversation with one of my exes, ironically, but there's a balance to attractiveness, right? Like if you're short, fat, and bald, but you're really funny, but you have a lot of money, like we're gonna go like this. If you're really sexy and 6'5" with blue eyes, and you make only like $40 an hour, it's okay, it goes like that, and that's fine because different things work for different people. It's totally okay. If some guy I'm not attracted to is like heavy pursuing me and he's a billionaire, I'm gonna listen.
Like that guy
If he
has
weren't
$5 million.
a billionaire, I probably wouldn't.
What's his
That's
personality
okay.
like? $5 million.
It's okay. It's okay.
If your dick is big like this.
Hold on, Sonia, what'd you say?
If your dick is big like this, you can be poor.
You can be poor? You say you can be poor?
Yes.
If you look like the guy that we just watched.
Yeah. I mean,
Wait. If you're rocking 9 inches, your career can be a little something different.
Okay. Let's go.
All right, maybe you can take a nap then.
a nap at 2 p.m. That's okay with me. I mean, I'll take a nap. That's why you're right now. I'll take a nap with you.
Yep. Women break rules for alphas and they make rules for betas.
Shoot your shot.
There we go.
How to shoot your shot at the hoes. Send this to your scary ass homeboy that's afraid to talk to the hoes. Y'all gotta let the fear of embarrassment go. You might have got rejected in the past, but did you die? No. You live to shoot another day. Number 1 is for my real niggas, you gonna walk her down. You gonna walk her down like a rolling 60 on Crenshaw. Like a real weirdo on Hood. Pull up, hop out, and shoot. Where you from? What's your name? Can I get your number? Y'all be thinking about it too hard. Get straight to the point. If you're not confident enough for number 2, let me give you something a little bit more player. If you see her out, you're gonna send her a drink. You gotta know what bitches like. Bitches love lemon drops. If you really want to impress her, send her an espresso martini. On my granny, I'm giving y'all the sauce. She gonna be looking around like, oh, who just sent me this? Y'all gonna lock eyes. Boom. That's your invitation to go over there. Number 3 is for when you in the DMs. This is a 90% success rate.
What?
I think that was it.
Please don't listen to
that.
All the men out there, please do not listen to that.
Clip. Actually, it probably was the next clip over. Anyway, what do you guys think about that? Just go up, roll up on her, send her a drink. What do you guys think?
It's going to work on somebody.
Okay. Yeah. It's going to work on somebody?
Statistically, it
okay,
will.
Very
Like,
good.
the law of large numbers.
Well, anybody else?
If you're my type, it's gonna work. If you're not my
wow,
type, it's not gonna work.
I don't even know why we do a show anymore. Like you just cut me off straight to the point. Anybody else? What do you think?
I agree with him.
If she is your type,
If you're my type,
keep going. Anybody else?
I don't know. I feel like you need to talk to the friend. Usually when you talk to the friend of the girl that you're not or that you are attracted to, then she's like, why the hell is he not talking to me?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Again,
I feel like that comes on too
advanced,
strong.
Advanced game.
Like,
Okay.
that's like-
so the reason why she's not wrong, she's just very little right. Meaning what she does not describe is a man's ability to generate attraction. What she's describing is how she wants a man she's attracted to approach her. A man she's not attracted to comes shoots his shot. He can disqualify him quicker. This is the reason why women tell men to be themselves, so they can pick out who the losers are quicker and get rid of them. The reality is men have the ability to manufacture attraction. If you're black pill, or if you're fucking mode 1, or if you're a woman, you don't believe this because you don't understand this. She can't conceive of the idea of a man she's not attracted to being attracted to her. But yet I can show you numerous evolutionary psychology studies that show men who have deeper voices, or men who actually have a bunch of female friends, or men who have dated attractive women, or men who have high social alignments, or sometimes a woman might walk into a room and she sees this guy speaking up on stage and may become attracted to a guy who she previously wasn't attracted to, which means attraction in women can be manufactured. But she doesn't understand that because she's a woman trying to explain a fish what water is. It makes no sense. To her, it's like, just go shoot your shot. For 80% of men, like we said, 80% of men are deemed to be unattractive on these dating apps. For 80% of men, go shoot your shot and get rejected. But there's a better way. The better way is to create like a social circle environment, get to know them, have them get to know you. You go up 2 or 3 points, or use this concept in mate choice copying, which shows the Royal Society, Texas Tech University do these studies, and they show men who are pictured with attractive women go up 2 points on average in the attractiveness scale, and the women start attributing like intelligence and wealth to these men, even though they don't know fuck all about them, because there are ways to generate. Sorry, wheat waffles. Sorry, mode 1 guys. There are ways to generate attraction in women when they don't, or when they aren't attracted to you.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Do you offhand know your male to female following ratio?
It depends on what platform. It's like 80-20 on Instagram, and
80-20 what?
It's mostly men, and then on YouTube it's 96-4, because women just really don't get into long form content the same way that men do, especially in that space. But on
you think that's why?
For male?
No, for you.
Maybe I'm wrong. Do you think most of Joe Rogan's followers?
I don't think it has anything to do with long-term content. I think that you just appeal more to men.
For sure. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm not saying you're wrong, for sure. Well, my point is you can manufacture attraction. right? And it's hard. Like for a woman, it's difficult. Like oh my gosh, you have a master's in physics. My penis doesn't get harder. It just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work quite the same way. It's, oh, that was a funny joke she told. Let's get married. It doesn't work like that. You know, for us, we're a little bit different.
It's kind of like the familiarity breeds content. Like eventually, like if you do, like I kind of get what you mean in a sense where like if you do, like there have been people in my life that like they show up and they do nice things all the time. So it's like how Cleopatra did with Alexander the Great. Like every time he was with her, they had a great time.
I think you mean Mark Antony.
Oh yeah, Mark Antony. Sorry, yeah, Mark Antony.
No, he was with Julius Caesar.
Caesar and then Mark Antony.
And then Mark Antony.
She made every time so special that like he never had a bad time with her. So she manufactured a bit of the relationship where he was like, whoa, like I'm so in love with her because every time I'm with her I have such a good time. But she really made sure that he did have a good time. Like it's kind of interesting.
For sure. You want to do the next one?
I want to put this one out there because it's too good not to.
When it comes to men, us women place guys into 3 categories. The first category is the guy that we meet and we instantly just want. The sexual chemistry is high. We don't care what they do or how much they make, they are getting it. The second type is the guy that, he's okay. He's maybe not that good looking, but he is willing to spend money. He's going to pay our bills. He's going to buy us nice things. He's going to take us on all the dinner dates. But is he the one? No. Is sexual chemistry high? Mid, probably. And then there's the third guy. The third guy doesn't have a shot in hell. There is nothing that he can do. There is no amount of money that he can make that would make us want him. He is a no right off the bat. Am I lying or am I telling the truth?
I think she's kind of lying because the only guy that I would think that's like not worth like an interaction with is somebody that's like a boundary pusher or like that tries, like you said, like to use the money like, oh, but I give you money, but then they treat you like crap and you're like, oh, your money just isn't worth it at this point. Like I could get money somewhere else or less and be happier. Like I think that it depends on how they are, like with boundaries or like when you tell them no and if they're weird, like and like, no, how dare you say no to me? And like then nah, like get rid of them, like, you know.
You're in a rather unique profession for for this. I just want to point that out. Just
there's not really category for that. I mean, like I feel like she's a little shallow, but like I get it. Like I also know exactly what the fuck she's saying. Like I understand. Yeah.
I think she's being a little bombastic so that she can get our attention.
Yeah. You want to hear a 4th category?
Oh, let's hear it.
So this is my theory, and I've heard this before, and it just stuck with me. Based on their nose, if they're gonna get it, because men's nose correlates with their dick size. 100%. If a guy has a big nose, he has a big dick.
Well,
and that's what it is.
I don't know if that's 100%.
And it's 9 times out of 10. This is 9 times out of 10. Okay? 9 times out of 10.
We are
a man's
Steffi just literally said that's not true.
correlates with the size of his dick. So if he has like a big fat nose, he's probably gonna have a big fat dick. You know? If it's like skinny, it's probably gonna be skinny.
While I respect the fact that you're
it's gonna be like turned up.
Time out. Krista, while I respect your hypothesis, I'm going to leave this instead
Well, have you seen
to
any?
Rose and
You can't
Sonia.
tell me.
Please answer.
Yeah,
Is this correct?
Girls, yeah.
Wait, I don't think, but I mean that kind
Think
of.
about it now.
What
We're
are
gonna
like,
see.
I'm not going to test. What are you going to test it out? And lose my fucking YouTube channel? I'm not going to test it out. This whole room get dark.
I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess I'd be, but even guys with big noses are hot. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, whoa, like this guy's hot. Like, you know, it's like,
you're gonna go back to the ranch and you're gonna be like, weird.
No. Now you're gonna think about it. I'm telling you, once you think about it and you see it, you're like, oh shit.
Listen, I need to hear Professor Sonia answer this question.
Well,
What do
I
you
was
think?
just going to say, like, the nose is something that keeps growing with time.
You are completely correct.
Does their dick?
So, I mean,
It is.
your-
Earlobes and nose.
The dick don't keep growing. Does it? No. It stops at some point, right?
Yeah, something like that. But it's not. Yeah.
But I love to think that's your 4th category.
Just notice. Just
okay,
take
and
note
then
of
there's
it.
the guy that I just look at their nose. I don't know.
Take
What
note
do you
of
mean?
it. Like if they have like an upturned nose, they might have an upturned dick.
my
I've
God.
seen that. Like I'm literally kidding. If
No,
it's
this is so
downturned,
scientific.
it's probably gonna go a little bit down.
I
9
love that,
times
but
out of
it's
10.
not-
I'm telling you, if I look at all my
Canceled.
exes and all their pictures, their dicks match their nose.
what about
little
women? Like,
or big?
women like our noses. Like, does our
Yeah, it's a labia. It looks like your nose.
Oh no.
They match the punamis? I don't know.
Yeah, like, well, don't they
Why
say
does
like
your
the-
nose look like roast beef? That's weird. I think that's super. I think that's super odd.
What was that old myth that like the lips match the nipples? My lips don't match my nipples. Like I don't get that. Is that true? Like I don't.
I love that you think that. I would. You should be able to find some scientific study behind it, but I don't think you will.
So she said that there were 3 categories.
Yeah.
What, go
I
ahead.
once heard.
All right, let's listen to Gendra. Time out. Ceasefire.
I once heard from a guy. I think he's like also a psychologist, but he specifically talks about dating, and he said that for men, he was like, listen, there's wife, and then there's everything else.
Yeah,
and he was
sweepers,
like,
sweepers, sleepers, and keepers.
Right. Well, and he was just talking about the things he'll do if he sees you as a potential future wife.
Yeah.
And then if he's not doing those things, no matter how much he FaceTimes you or whatever, and all this stuff, he's like,
Yeah, sex is good.
QQ,
We'll FaceTime as long as you want.
Cook with
Whatever.
you,
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah. He was like, just know you're.
I like
everything
Mastro's
else.
also, so we can go there.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
I'm not going to marry you, but
Right.
we can go to Mastro's.
So
I
is
like
that
Mastro's.
true?
You know what? I like Herbs and Rye as well. They have nice donuts. We can go there for me as well.
So would you say that's true that men have?
Of course it is. Of course it's true. Of course. Now you can move in different categories with men.
Sure.
You can because men are easy to manipulate. I.e., $6 billion in OnlyFans. That's pretty clear. Men are very easy to manipulate. Pornography making men believe that the guys who go to AVN, you can't tell me it doesn't bother you when they come up and they have flowers and they're like standing in line. They're standing. Oh, stop! They're standing in line.
What's wrong
They're
with
at
that?
AVN and they're standing in line and they're like waiting in line to get an
I
autograph.
mean, that's for sure not the guy I will marry.
That's who you marry?
No.
Oh yeah. Okay.
No, I will not. But
I look at that shit and I'm just like I am so much more interested in that guy than the porn star. When I see the dude who's just like he's got a bunch of 8x5s for her to sign and he's waiting in line to get an autograph from his favorite porn star.
So you can't tell me it didn't work because you noticed him.
What do you mean?
I said you can't tell me it didn't work because you noticed him.
No. What
For
I'm saying
completely different reasons. Yeah.
I don't want to date him.
He's like, oh, what
But he's on to something.
Yeah. That's
Sorry.
God.
The Jew comments are just gonna roll right in after that one. Oh god!
Because of the nose thing. Because of the nose thing, not because of anything we said.
Oh shit.
No, I don't agree with her thing.
You did this.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of dicks, have you?
Oh, that's a good little comeback right there.
Body count. Everybody watch this. This is such. I forgot about this movie. It's such a great movie. Everybody watch this.
Here we go.
Hold on, time out. She's not yet. Don't start it yet.
Oh.
Are you going to the bathroom? Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do one right now.
Watch one right quick and then go.
Right? 3, 2, 1.
Tell me, how many?
Does it matter?
Should I go first?
Okay.
I don't exactly keep count, but I would say high 50s, low 60s. Been around the block, but the important thing is
312.
312? How?
Somewhere 2 at a time. Honey?
So for those, that's Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, and he goes, they're talking about how many of you killed, and she goes, does it matter? And then he goes, high 50s, low 60s, and he starts explaining himself because that's too high of a number, and she goes, 312. He goes, 312? Like how?
Three.
Like how did you do 312? And her answer was, some of them were 2 at a time. That's why it's so funny. That's so crazy. But that is the case, right? Like, if you hear your man's body count, I just, in general, there's one study they go over women in like these Scandinavian countries, and they think it's super weird if a guy has a low body count, like in his 20s. They actually find him undesirable.
What? I feel that guy lies.
Of course.
About it, like, but higher.
Of course. Yeah.
I saw my man's list. That hurt.
List.
List?
It hurts. Wait, why did it hurt? Wait, talk about this. Why?
Oh,
Yeah, more
fuck no.
importantly.
But my roommate back in college, she made a PowerPoint presentation. So every time she fucked a guy, she would give him 1 out of 5 stars. And then she'd put the name, which is smart, because, like,
You want to remember where you got
You wanna
syphilis
remember
from.
it. Literally. But then she would say the good things, like pros and cons about them. But, like, it was like a 32 slide presentation. And we're like, what, 19, 20, something like that. But yeah, I saw my man's list and that hurt my feelings.
Why did it hurt your feelings?
Because I saw the names.
Oh.
It didn't matter the number, but
they were
I'm like,
relatives
who's
of yours, or
Jessica?
like, I don't
Who's
understand.
Meredith? Wait,
Oh,
what?
nothing.
It's because there's a name to the number.
Oh,
I'm gonna fuck down
the picture.
But then I'm gonna be like, who the fuck is Meredith? And I'm gonna
Yeah,
look
exactly.
that bitch up, and then I have a dream about it, and then I'm like, fuck. It all goes logic and like dreams.
I like that. That's good. That's why I'm happy I'm abstinent. That's why it makes me feel better. I don't want to hurt any woman's feelings. I'm really glad that I did that. For,
it's funny.
For my future wife, I'm saving myself.
We've asked women on this show, does a higher body count in a guy make a difference to you? And almost all of them say no, unless those body count, his body count is from the same city or the same town that they're in, because they don't want to run into the bitch.
It'd be triggering.
Well, I guess listen to Steph real quick. Go ahead.
I mean, this is Vegas. Like, everyone slept with somebody like that, you know. Like, that's impossible. Like,
Crazy.
I didn't.
Huh?
I didn't sleep with any man here except my husband.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. I have
I'm a
not
good
slept.
girl.
I'll tell you this. I haven't slept with any man here. Period.
I believe you.
Too low body count. Too low.
It's too low of a body count. That's what I'm saying. I'm saving
your
myself.
body count goes up if you sleep with men.
Huh?
Your body count goes up if you sleep with men.
Yeah, I slept with a little woman.
It doesn't count.
I didn't like it. I was young.
If I don't like it,
Looks like I'm going to hell then.
You have one next one? Yeah, here we go. $7,000 dinner. Let's do it.
Dinner tomorrow for $7,000. Just go to dinner. I've been going to dinner with this guy for like 2 months.
He's paying you $7K just to go to dinner.
He just wants to hang out.
Just go eat dinner. Rate him 1 through 10. There you have it, guys. Oh my God! Come on, Mila.
Get in the gym.
7 bands though for sweet dinner. Any sweet dessert afterwards for him? No.
No.
Oh my gosh, dude. This guy's getting robbed. Holy shit! I can.
No, but like you meet these rich people, they don't know what to do with their money. They don't know what to do with it.
Dude, get a fucking personal trainer. Hit the gym.
I had a sugar dad. He had ball cancer, and he like couldn't fill his or something, and he just would just give me money to hang out all the time. He like had no sexual intention. He just wanted to hang out. Go on vacations and just have someone to go with, someone to walk around with.
Yeah, you know, part of me wants to like be able to, is sympathize the word? I don't know what's the word. To kind of align myself with them and put myself in their shoes. Like, you know, everyone's got different experiences. Maybe you're like, I mean, maybe you're not even down bad. You just really want to hang out with a super hot girl, and you're not willing to put in the work, and you just have to fucking pay. But like,
I think if I had a lot of money, I'd pay people to do weird too.
No, that's true.
Have you seen the other video where she goes off, and I forgot to put it in there, but actually I think it's in there. We'll respond to it. But it's also, she went to Dubai and she's talking about dudes paying $100,000 to shit on a girl. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it's the same girl talking about that. I remember when I first heard those stories.
In Dubai, right?
Yeah, she already knows.
I know.
That's what Dubai means in English. It means shit on a prostitute's chest. That's actually the word. But the thing is, my friends in Dubai, like, they don't do that here. I'm like, shut up, bro. Yes, they do. I don't care. It's fine. I would love to go with my girlfriend to Dubai, but if my girlfriend went to Dubai without me, she's not my girlfriend anymore. No, it's not working like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I listen to stories like this all the time from Miguel and Charlie from the Cultivate Crypto guys, because these guys come into a shit ton of money like really, really fast, and they have no idea what to do with it. But suddenly all these girls start showing up at their friend. Hey, I heard you're a multimillionaire now. Yeah, exactly. Hi, lover. And then they don't know how to seal the deal, so therefore they're paying $7,000, $10,000, whatever, just to go and have a good time with they just don't know what they're doing, or the girl doesn't want to sleep with them because they're not attractive, and so but they're more than happy to go to wherever they want to take them to go. And these guys end up getting rolled, and until the crypto takes a dive, and then they're back to where they were before.
I'm literally making modules on this. If you're a man and you have a lot of money and you don't learn about women, you are a target. You actually don't have game. You have negative game. Okay.
You're a mark.
I have a buddy of mine. He's and this guy, he makes $3 million a month. He's really, really well off. He has no idea what to do with his money. He talks to me about it, and he was asking me about this whole situation with dating. And I explained to him what I would do is I would have 4 insanely hot female friends, and you tell them we're going to go on trips. Don't try to sleep with any of them, and I'm going to handle everything. But your job is to bring 2 girls each when we go on these trips. But I'm whatever you guys want, I'm going to handle. I'll pay for the hotel rooms, whatever. And when he did it, he didn't let anyone know he was the one paying for it. Just the jet showed up. There was bottle service at excess. He did this one time and had a girlfriend, and now I don't get to fucking hang out with him anymore. He did it He did exactly what I said. He just had a ton of super hot girls follow him around all the time and introduce him to women. And he had a girlfriend in 1 week after I taught him that. And that was it, because I've been saying this before. The only thing that every man can do that's a freebie is pre-selection. You can make other girls see other girls want you, and that makes women want you, and it works all the fucking time. You can do it too much, but you can always do it. And because of that, black pill is debunked. None of it is real.
All the time. All the time. If I saw a man completely surrounded by hot chicks.
Not completely surrounded. In general,
talking on the mic.
In general, attractive women seem to like being around him sometimes. It may have to be all the time. Or would you think anything differently of him if you saw his ex and she was very attractive?
Of course.
Okay, that's what I'm talking
being
about.
currently surrounded by a bunch of attractive women and we're in Dubai, I'm like, you're good.
No, of course.
I'm not taking care of. I don't need it.
I'm not saying. Okay,
I have
one more
no
time.
place here.
I'm not saying that. What I've told him is he had 2 girls that were really hot who brought other girls with him to Vegas, and they hung out. And then afterwards, other girls wanted to get to know him. He just created a social circle. There were guys involved too. There were guys on the trip as well. Sorry to mention. Yeah, I didn't mention that. Yeah, and so because he did that, and he was sort of the leader of this group, he had access to women that he normally wouldn't have had access to, and it was beautiful women introducing him. Now, could a beautiful woman have introduced you to a guy that you end up getting in a relationship with?
Another beautiful woman?
Yeah.
I feel like I would smell that though.
Yeah.
I feel like I would.
Agreed.
I'd be like, why
Absolutely
are you
agreed.
introducing me to him? Why is he not with you?
When I meet a guy and I see
Hold on, time out.
when I meet a guy and I see his social media and there's recent pictures of him with a beautiful woman,
sitting right
I'm
here.
like,
I'm just right in front of you. What are you doing?
and everybody he's following is beautiful women. I'm like, I'm good.
That's like the first thing I do. If I like a guy, if he's only following like girls.
Yeah, the following
like
thing is
I'm
different.
like,
So you guys are
That's
confusing.
lame.
You guys are
Can't be
confusing
bothered,
two
yeah.
different things. I'm talking about women liking him, not him liking women. Those are 2 different things.
No, I don't like him.
Maybe they like
Okay, so you mean girls liking the guy
Yes.
attract more girls?
Yes.
Okay, that I agree.
Yes.
To me, that is instantly negative because listen, if you have the ability to be around them and they still are not trying to fuck you and be with you, there's something wrong.
What if you're a man and you just have super high standards? What if you just have super high standards and you have a bunch of female friends and you don't try to sleep with all of them? What about that?
They're really hot and you have super
That's very rare.
I can't imagine that. There's nobody like that. Anyway, go ahead.
That's very rare.
It is very rare.
And if you are that guy, then you don't need your friend to come get me. You'll come get me.
Got it.
That's very simple to me. That would be
Maybe he just has really high standards, like really fucking high standards.
You're talking about the guy.
I'm sitting right here, motherfucker. Like
Okay,
I'm right
if they're that
here.
high, then I'm gonna
right
think
here.
you
I don't know
have
what you're talking about.
unrealistic standards. I'd be like,
They're not unrealistic. Did you see my? Never mind. I'm not gonna say anything. They're not unrealistic though. All right, let's go.
Wait, I got one question for the girls before I put this one on. Do you know the difference in height between a guy who is 5'10" and a guy who is 6 feet?
No.
Could you tell the difference? Could you tell the difference?
yes, because
I can't tell the difference 5'6", 6 foot. I'm 4'11".
Tell this difference.
Right. Okay. Well, yes. You're excused.
I know.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel like I'm eye level.
I feel like, I'm a tall girl, so I can definitely tell the difference.
Yeah, no, I agree.
5'11" and 6 feet, you can tell the difference.
You said 5'10". He said 5'10".
I said 5'10".
Okay, maybe
I know
Because
5'10".
there's 2 inch difference. I'm very good with
Like the
inches. Hey, listen.
I always say it.
We're gonna do something after this one. Here we go.
What is the straightest height for a man to be? Because once you start getting up there, it's like, what are you looking for up there? You know what is up there? Other dudes.
Okay, this is so true though because I had an ex who was 6 foot and would tell people, and it was on his license, that he was 5'11" because he didn't want to be that guy.
No, I used to literally say tall guys are boring. I used to literally say that.
my 2 baby daddies are
Stand up.
5'11".
So, if you guys want to go on Reddit right now, there's a Reddit article that says that I am 5'8".
Oh.
And that yes, right now there are multiple articles saying that I'm 5'8". So as you guys can
Wait,
see,
we gotta stand
I'm
up and
5'8",
see
so
how
I
tall
mean-
they are now.
Okay,
Wait,
That's all right.
I don't know.
we gotta stand up.
Oh God, dang it! Come on.
Okay, you're 6 foot.
You
They're
just say I'm
6
5'4".
foot.
Just say I'm 5'4".
No, you're over 6 foot.
I'm over. See, you ruined it. You guys now they won't write about me anymore.
Oh
Fuck.
yeah, he definitely is at least 6 foot.
Oh my God.
He's standing on a phone book.
6'1".
Yeah, no.
Hey, real talk. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm 47 years old, and I'm not 6'1" anymore. I'm 6 feet and 5'8". I have shrunk, and I've had knee surgery too. Yeah, I've actually shrunk. I'm shorter than I was.
I have
when I
not.
was in high school.
Just gonna keep shrinking.
It's okay.
Oh, I need to keep shrinking.
No, you're
gonna get the ideal
Your nose is gonna
Dude,
get
no, it's
bigger,
crazy.
but-
I didn't know
The
about
nose
this.
is gonna get bigger.
I didn't know about this until I
hope
saw what's his name, Bill Russell. You guys know Bill Russell? He's like one of the greatest basketball players. When he played, he was 6'9". When he died, he was 6'5". It was crazy how much shorter he was. But he died in his 80s or 90s, and he was significantly shorter. Yeah, no, it just happened. But yeah, I've heard people get, but I'm almost 50, so I got a little bit shorter.
Your discs compress
Make sure
over
the
time.
hairs in your spine line up and you're fine.
Yeah. Oh, but guys, don't. You guys say I'm 5'8". I'm 5'8". Don't because they're gonna get mad.
Okay,
they're on the thing.
They're already doing
They're all
it.
really
They're
angry right
already
now.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so angry right now.
Where do they get you're a tall king, not a short king?
No, so the thing is, because I work in the dating space, it actually would be better for me to be 5'6". It would have actually been advantageous. There's guys out there who say I lie about my height, and I'm like, guys, if I lied about my height, it would actually hurt me. I'm a dating coach. Like, that was really bad. I'm not actually a dating coach. I'm a performance coach. It would be better for me to be less tall. That would be better. But they keep saying I'm lying, and I'm like, well, my military ID says 6'1", and my driver's license says 6'1". I'm not lying.
My tape measure says 6'1".
Yeah, but that's the problem. But then it just gets to where every day they keep saying that I'm lying, that I wasn't a captain in the military, that I was never, I didn't work in counterintelligence, that all of it is just lies after lies. And it's like, and so I was just gonna go. I was gonna go to a 7-Eleven and just walk by the little, the 6 foot thing, and just show it. But then it was like my attorney and my business partner was like, don't do that because then they'll stop talking about you. And
He's
so.
5'8".
He's 5'8". I'm 5'6".
I think he's 5'7".
I'm 5'4". That's it.
I'm taller than
He was 5'8", 5'7" now.
Yeah, he's shrunk.
He's putting socks on his shoes.
Exactly.
All right, we got time for one more, but this is a funny one. This is a funny one.
Things I can't touch at home. These blankets, the pillows, are just here for decoration. I'm not allowed to lay on it during the day. It's a process whenever it's time to go to sleep. I gotta move all these blankets, these pillows, and we don't even use this blanket, we use another blanket to go to sleep. That's not even here. Like these towels that are sitting conveniently next to the sink, I can't use them. What I gotta do is I gotta use one of the towels that I took a shower with that's already been here for like 3 days. Also, these towels right here that are next to the shower, I can't use them. They're just here for decoration. Also, these Q-tips that are right here, I cannot use them. What I gotta do is I gotta open this and use the ones inside here. Candles, we got one here, 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 here. We're not allowed to light them because they're just here for decoration. This dining table that's set up perfectly with these plates, we're not allowed to use it. These chairs, I cannot even sit on them. What we do is, we got a smaller table, but we eat with paper plates because my wife doesn't like to wash dishes. In our guest restroom, if I run out of toilet paper, I can't use this. It's just for decoration. I gotta call my wife to bring me more toilet paper. There's a blanket right here. If I get cold while I'm watching a movie, I cannot use it. I gotta go bring them from the room because it's just for decoration. These pillows right here, I'm not allowed to use them because they're just here for decoration.
I do that with my son.
That's a good man. That is a good man.
Easy go.
This
Well
fucking
trained.
overkill. Too many fucking rules, bitch.
I'm sure she's incredible. I'm sure she's incredible in bed. She's very open. I'm sure she's very open to new experiences. It seems that and her Ritalin would probably help. Anybody else?
See, I had the complete opposite where I went on a date with this dude and I went back and he had no sheet on his bed, one blanket and one pillow. That's a red flag. I feel like I'd rather have like overabundant with that stuff than have like nothing in it. That's crazy.
Well, of course, that's disgusting.
Yeah, that's disgusting. But that is an overkill.
Toilet paper.
No, that is crazy. See, I would be a menace and just like mess with all of that stuff. I mean, if he can roll the towel nice again, I feel like she wouldn't mind that he uses it. But he probably doesn't do the laundry and he probably doesn't fold towels.
He complains, but he likes it. I mean, he
Yeah,
married
exactly.
her, so
Like, he likes being
it.
treated,
He's
yeah.
the type of man who likes a woman to be controlling.
I don't feel bad for him.
Eat off your paper plate.
Yeah, he's
I
into
mean,
it.
I would bet that they have kids. Like, as a mom, I'm the same way with my son. Just like, you don't sit in that chair. You sit in that chair.
This is the nice.
I feel like that guy is exactly Christy's type. He's short, fat, big nose, and he doesn't use blankets.
You know what a big nose means?
You know what that big nose means?
Big nose means.
That means
That's my
sleep
man.
apnea. That's what it means.
Does he have a brother?
It means a shorter lifespan. That's what it means. Deviated septum. That man looks like he could snort a lot of Coca-Cola with that big old nose. Look at that. It's incredible. All right, do we have another?
You want to wrap up?
Yeah, let's do one more and then we'll wrap up.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't even get through half the videos. We just wanted to make you guys laugh today. That's all we want to do.
Especially the last one. Anyone you want to do?
Hold on. No, hold on. Yeah, this one.
Upload service? Yeah, okay, this is good. That was too good. Okay, here we go. Last one. Here we go.
Weird. It's weird hearing my friends try to flirt with strippers. I'm realizing things. I'm realizing there's only two types of guys that flirt with strippers. There's dudes who flirt through money, just trying to show it off. With strip club, that's the place to do it, you know? And then there's dudes who flirt from the heart. That one is sad. If they're flirting from the heart, it's because they ran out of money. You ever seen your boy get in a lap dance but just trying way too hard? Like, oh, baby, your body's so perfect. You're like a goddess. I swear you could have been a princess. I'll stop my boy. I'll be like, bro, it's too late for her. She needed to hear this like in middle school. Saying what she's here for. Go to the ATM, man. My friends don't even know how to flirt, man. They just say things that they hear rappers say. They'd be like, I could be the one to save you from all this. I could take you away from it all. I'm like, man, strippers, they're living the life. They don't want to be saved. Go to the girl who's like the manager at a Marshall's. She wants to be saved bad.
Beautiful. Awesome. Anybody here want to be saved by a rich man? Just raise your hand real quick so we can let you guys know.
When I worked at McDonald's, I wanted to be saved by a rich man, but then when I was a dancer, I just wanted to be there. Like I noticed. I
haven't really talked about this, so I managed a strip club for 4 years, and the way at first I thought every girl was so annoyed by her job and just tolerated being there, and then I got to talk to them, and some of them just loved fucking being there. The fact that they were physically attractive enough to where men were throwing money at them was the stimulus that they needed to get through the day, and I didn't know it was like that. I truly didn't understand. I was 22 years old at the time. I didn't understand that it was like that. So anyway, your first time here, what did you think?
It was so much fun. I'm so glad that I literally walked onto the plane. I had 5 minutes and I made it. I made it just in time. So I'm happy. I'm happy to do a panel with you guys. That was awesome.
Okay. Lee, I wish you disagreed with me more. What did you think of the show? I feel like you could. Can you grab the mic? Yeah.
You guys didn't fight that hard.
Well, I mean, we're here to make you laugh and make videos. And also, you look like you kick the shit out of most of my friends. So I noticed that. Yeah, you look like you could squat more than most of my friends too. How many more minutes till we're dilating, honey? What are we doing here?
Well, I was supposed to leave after an hour, so...
It doesn't seem like 3 hours, does it? This show goes by so fast.
I'm thinking, what if her water breaks?
I was thinking about that. I wish she would have faked it, and then we'd be like, oh my God, she's got to go.
She saw it move. Yeah.
That baby was having fun too.
That would be a first to have a woman go into labor on one of these shows.
It depends on which political party you're in. She saw he move or it move. It depends.
No, it's a E.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but I need to pee now.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we're glad to have you on for the first time. I've been trying to get you on for a while, so that's awesome to have you on here.
Technically, we have two on at the same time.
We have two on the same time. Yeah. This is the most people we've ever had on. Monica, what do you think?
I had fun.
We have another male guest.
I heard about the podcast last night at the club, so I'm excited to be here. And club tonight.
That's so crazy. That's awesome. Right. Awesome. What do you think?
I always have a great time.
You had a good time? Yeah. That's awesome. Awesome. Beautiful.
Great time. Yep.
Good to have you on, man. If there's anything you guys want to promote, also, you can, for sure. Steffi?
I had a great time.
I just want to do a show where it's just you talking the whole time. That's what I want to do next time.
I mean, yeah, whatever.
Let's do this. And by the way, if I die, Anissa takes over for me. What do you think about the show, Anissa?
I had a great time. Thanks for having me. I usually talk a lot more. I'm like getting over being sick and a little sleepy. creepy.
Okay.
Had a good time.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. Definitely want you to come back on. Been trying to have Anissa on for a while. And by the way, after listening to you tonight, I know what we're going to talk about when we do an Osmo video. What do you think?
Troy.
Fire. It was fun. Fire.
Had a good time?
I love Vegas.
Gender, what'd you think of your first time here?
Yeah, I would love to come back and argue.
Okay, that's what we're here for. 2 weeks, you can come back.
You're on the roster.
Awesome. Where are you back here? Can we?
Hi.
Sorry. Did you have good? You had fun again?
Yeah, it's always fun.
I'll make sure we have some let's see phone books for you so you can sit on them.
Thank you.
I was thinking about like I was thinking about like thinking more like obese men with big noses. I was gonna
My favorite.
Nicole, what do you think?
I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that we got to fit everybody in. I wish I would have heard Christy talk a little bit more, but next time.
Okay, beautiful. Usually we have a bunch of people flake. Nobody flaked today, so
Yeah,
thank you guys. Thank you guys for all the show. Can we get the wide shot again? Everybody wave.
Holy mackerel.
Every wave. We had a whole bunch of people coming here today. This is pretty nice. I'm taking all of you to dinner after this, by the way, so stay for this. Guys, we had a great time. Well, we're going to be doing another one in 2 weeks. We got another episode coming up in 2 weeks. Guys, for real, like, remember, the show started, this whole genre of show, and no hate on anybody else who's doing shows like this because they're still really entertaining. They're still really good. What we wanted to do instead was we wanted people to laugh and find some level of commonality because it's way easier to grow if you just get a bunch of hate. And I don't know if you guys know this, but your algorithm, especially during the election, a lot of people that I met, we tried to do an election show. And because I'm politically conservative, everyone we invited was, except for her, was politically conservative who came on the show. And I was like, this is crazy. I don't know any liberals. This was so nuts. And I had to literally go through my phone to find some people because my algorithm was only showing me, was reconfirming what I already believed. Does that make sense? And so what's happened, part of the reason why these videos get so viral and just go so harsh is because as men, if you feel like a victim, they're going to show you content that aligns with your victimness. And if you're a woman and you feel like a victim, they're going to show you Chris GQ Perry. Okay, they're going to align with your victimness. That's what's going to happen. And so, so now we start believing everyone thinks like us, and then we come on these shows, and then it's just fucking war. Go ahead.
Question: are we ever gonna is there ever a time where the chat gets invited here and we all get to talk, see what they think?
I'll break those motherfuckers.
If you want to come on a Twitter space with me or one of my live streams, you can do that. But the chat is not going to. They can't afford plane tickets, so they're not coming here.
But there's never
I'm fucking with you guys. I'm sorry, I love you guys.
That'd be cool though. Like a special where they actually, because people from the chat come, it's like a one.
Hey, you are a very explorative, open-minded human being. Partially because of your occupation. Fuck no, we're not having those people from the chat come here. Love you guys. That is the last thing you guys want to do. And we're not doing that.
I would love to see a keyboard warrior.
Yes. Yes. Well, I think the incel convention is in Orlando. They do it like once a year. I'm not sure. All right. So awesome. And then so we just want to let you know is we're going to do another show here in 2 weeks. Who here's here for AVN? You guys doing anything for AVN? I know you are. Obviously, you got your own booth. I was joking. You're serious. I was kidding. Holy crap. Holy crap. All right, man. Well, thank you guys. I'm really glad that all of you had a good time. Rollo, you have book number 9 coming out?
Book number 6.
Book number 6 coming out. I'm joking. You guys definitely should read his books. He's a New York Times bestseller, so you guys should make sure you check that out. And thank you guys for coming. Remember, if you're ugly, please use a condom.
Please.
Don't go raw, and we will see you guys all next week. Peace.